Woohoo! What's going on, world? Hello, everybody. What's up, Brother Sean? Can you hear us? That's one thing about technology. It works good one way, and the next time it's delay.
That's my pinball machine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's one thing about connections.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Now I can see you. I can see myself looking down at my phone. Perfect.
Oh, yeah. Well, we hear you fine, man. I don't know what the delay is like.
I can see myself looking down at my
It's a little delay. Yeah, that's
there's
cool.
a little bit of delay here, but anyway.
Yeah, it's great. It's great, man. Let me see if I can turn on this volume so it'll be so loud. Can you still hear me? Whenever you have a chance, speak, Brother Sean.
Yeah, I can see, though, in the future, I'm going to have to do this different.
It's all good, man. It is all good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
I'm going to have to do this different.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Okay. See, what's screwing me up, Charles, is the delay. So I speak, and then you don't hear it for about 5 seconds. What's screwing me up, Charles, is the delay. So I speak, and then you don't hear it for about 5 seconds. Charles, is the delay. So I speak, and then you don't hear it for about 5 seconds.
This is hilarious. This is hilarious. I'm sorry. I'm laughing like. Hilarious, bro. This is great, though. This is great.
Okay.
Hey, we build it as we fly. I'm saying that from another YouTuber. I always says that, but more than one. We're building it as we fly. It's great, though. So today, what I'm gonna drink, which I've never had, is a Knob Creek Rye. You know, I've had several other Knob Creeks, but I never had this one. I don't know if you have had it, Brother Sean. If you have, or Whiskey Wars, tell me what you know. Me, I know nothing about the Knob Creek Rye, and I'm ready to try on Fry Rye Day. I'm sorry, man.
I have not had the Knob Creek Rye.
Have you heard anything about it?
So a buddy of mine picked it up a while ago, but I never got to try it. He just sent me a picture of the fact that he had grabbed it. So a buddy of mine picked it up a while ago, but I never got to try it. Trying to think, though. I actually don't even know if I've seen any reviews on it.
I haven't. I haven't really been researching it, but I've seen it like in places I can get whiskey, and I'm like, we have to try it, you know. And B is big. He likes rye. Hey, Charles, you try this rye? Charles, drink this McCullen. Don't you like the raisins? Don't you like it? So we had to dive in and try the Knob Creek to complete our Knob Creek collection, so we can say we've been through all the knobs. I done slopped on all the knobs.
One I want to try is I think it's a maple bacon one. I heard that was pretty good.
There you go. So
have you tried that?
So this is what. No, I haven't tried that one either. So again, the delay is kind of messing me up. But anyway, this is what I'm drinking tonight: High West Rendezvous Rye. So I like it pretty good.
Let's go get us a drink and put him.
He said he's gonna get the High West because we had that too. And drink it with you. You already started, huh? I might as well go with it. I got it. Hey.
Yeah, man.
We're going in with you. Did you see? We're going in with you. The High West first. High West with you, buddy.
All right. Sounds good, Charles.
So I'm going to pour some for me and B, and we'll save the knob for later. Pour a little bit in the New Orleans. For me.
So between now and next week, I got to work out a different way to do this so I don't have the delay as much. I don't know how to prevent that yet, but.
Oh, Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
You know, I'm the worst twirler on the planet Earth. You know, I must be from a different planet. Even though I got a Triforce with Link and Zelda, I still can't twirl well, but I sure can drink. Even though I got a Triforce with Link and Zelda, I still can't twirl well. I sure can drink.
All right, so here's my technique, Charles. I grab it from the bottom, and that's what works for me. So maybe that'll help you. I don't know.
I'm always trying and I suck. I splash it like splish splash. I'm gonna take in the bath and I'm spilling it everywhere.
Maybe because this is Northern glass. I mean
the regular glass, the clean care.
You got a little swirl action going on there.
Man, tastes good though. But to me, I like it. Maybe because I just like to drink.
We did a review of this. I can't remember what we gave it.
I can't remember either. But I want to know what. So what? Tell me how you think about this.
So how are things out in Cali these days?
Fantastic, wonderful, like awesome. It's hot. It's been like 80 degrees.
Right now it's 76.
Wonderful, man. You need to come out here. More than welcome. Oh.
Well, so actually, it sounds like it's hotter here in Kentucky right now than it is California, because the high today here was in the mid 90s.
Oh wow! Wow. Oh, you got a little sweat going on. I guess you wiping.
As you can see by the video, I am sweating.
Yeah, I can see, bro.
Even in the basement, it's.
So, give me your review of the High West. Tell me your thoughts on it. Let's let me see.
Okay. So let's see here. Let's pick this thing apart. Of course, getting some Caraval. Of course, brown sugar, which is typical. Kind of that minty note going on. Let's see. Maybe some like citrus, like an orange. Like citrus, like an orange. Definitely like some pepper, maybe like a white pepper, not quite as spicy smelling as a black pepper. Some pepper, maybe like a white pepper, not quite as spicy smelling as a black pepper. And I gotta say also maybe like a little cherry note. That's what I'm getting on the nose.
What about you, B? What you get?
Say also maybe like a little cherry note.
I get mint.
That's what I'm getting on the nose.
Pepper.
What about you, B? I gotta say also maybe like a little cherry note.
Oh, I get like a little bit of honey.
Pepper. What about you, B? I gotta say also maybe like a little cherry note. I get like a little bit of honey. Pepper.
Yeah. B said it sounded like R2D2. Sound like R2D2.
Yeah, man. I'm turning down my phone. I'm hopeful that fixes our craziness going on here.
Do you have some headphones, Bluetooth or something?
Here, one second, Charles. I got an idea that might remedy this. I'm gonna put headphones in my phone, so that way my phone hopefully will not be putting feedback into my mic. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just keep on talking. Hey, Michelle. I hope that you are doing great. Oh, what's going on with you? Oh. trying to do this collaboration with my brother, Whiskey Wars, but we're having some technical difficulties. Cheers to you, Michelle. You about to bake? What you about to bake? Michelle said she about to bake. Tell her I'm about to drink. You need to come in there, join and drink with us.
Bring what you're baking.
Yeah.
To us.
Right now, we're both drinking High West Rendezvous Rye. This is
okay, Charles. Let's see if this.
What is okay? I got a friend, Michelle, is in the chat. She says she's about to.
Sorry to interrupt you there. Let's see if this isn't any better then.
Yeah, we don't hear the R2D2 anymore, so it's all good. So, hey, we always got something for you to sip on whenever you want to. You're more than welcome, Michelle.
Okay, we found a solution. Good.
Awesome. So the delay is gonna mess us up, but we won't have the R2D2 feedback. So we'll work it out. Yeah. For me, you guys all described what you guys got off the rendezvous. Me.
Yeah, so
Speak, Brother Sean. I wait. Speak.
man, this delay is just terrible. I don't know how we're going to remedy that. I mean, it really makes the conversation like.
I have patience. I can wait. So for me, it still will flow because I can wait, talk, and wait 5 seconds.
I'm pausing because. Okay.
Whiskey Wars, Captain Sweat.
All right. So, who's our tech? Yeah, for real.
Truthfully, I'm somewhat of a technical person. It depends on first your network. Okay, this is hilarious. Sean, I'm not going to talk until you finish saying all you got to say. Just speak. It's flow. Go.
Okay. So yeah, I'm sure there's a way around this delay so that our conversation flows better. So and also see, the thing is, I'm even hearing it on a delay, so I'm having to even talk over myself talking. So that makes it even more complicated.
Understood. Okay, since he's not talking, I'm going to talk. So how it depends on your signal, internet strength.
But as far as a solution, if you guys know one.
Solution is anywhere where you have good reception, Ethernet cable or a better internet provider. For it could be our side or yours, but for over here it seems to be pretty clear. So I'm assuming I'm trying to make you the bad guy. I'm joking. That's what it is, though. It depends on the.
That's whoever's in the chat. Are we?
Oh, I don't know. Like, if people in the chat, like, could they even pinpoint where the delay comes from? Is it from me? Because right now I can see myself. So as soon as I speak, I see me moving. So are you seeing me moving? Or are you? That's what it is. As soon as I speak, I see me. I'm not seeing my delay. So Sean, are you seeing your own delay? Like when you talk, are you delayed? I think he's seeing a delay. We're not, because I'm seeing.
Yeah, we can see your hands. It's just that it's not that's clear.
As soon as I speak, I see me. There's no delay on my side.
Yeah. Okay. So. All right. So Charles, I think you're probably right. It looks like the delay is on my side because even when I'm viewing it, it's behind by about 3 or 4 seconds.
Okay. How you remedy that? Either internet signal or you got a cable running? Is it like that's what it is? Because you're probably on your cell phone. The cell phone is going through something, so you need to somehow either get a wireless network that can reach to your basement, so you can be on something wireless and you don't have to worry about cables running, or you need a stronger network to reach your cell phone in your basement. That's how I see it. That's just me conjecturing. I'm no super expert, but hey, it's all good though. I'm still stoked.
It's a test anyway. So.
Yeah, this is a test.
So the thing is, because I can't see my computer, I don't know if my computer.
We'll talk. You know what? We'll talk offline because I got an answer for you. And I think the first thing is you have. Okay, let's say you have wireless in your house. How strong is your signal? And then all you need is a laptop. And so that's why we could talk offline and we can remedy this. It's much more simple than people believe it is. And we'll work it out. Don't worry. Trust me on this one. Because you can get boosters. They're relatively inexpensive if you have wireless and spread it through the house.
Okay. Well, oh man, this is great. So Charles, just so you know, my phone is running off the Wi-Fi, but the signal down in the basement is not great. It's decent, but my computer is direct to the modem. There's an Ethernet cable running in the back of that. So I would assume that upstairs there's probably not a delay.
None.
But there's no way for me to know because I can't be on camera and also look at my computer screen upstairs. So I don't know.
Okay, I'm about to do some gifting. Your computers, I have your address. Your computer has USB, right? Of course it does. I'm gonna send you something. We'll work this out. If you don't mind filming in a different location. I got you, because you already know what I'm talking about. Quick, got you, no worries. In 2 or 3 days, check the mail. Got you. That's only if you feel comfortable filming.
Okay. I trust you, Charles. So whatever your idea is, we'll give it a go.
Yeah, it's easy. It's easy. We'll remedy that. Simple. Man, this
okay.
Is
so actually, here let's try this because I can solve this issue. My streaming camera is mobile, so if you don't mind, I will take my streaming camera back upstairs and we'll see how it goes.
It looked like it just cleared up, man. It looked like you're doing good right now.
Yeah, I would say that too.
It just cleared up.
Yeah,
you look good. Like, look at
it does. Actually, yeah, I'm looking at
now. The model is on the screen,
but there's still a lot of a delay.
Yeah, you look so good. Maybe you want to hit on you right now. I'm sorry.
except for all the sweating, right?
Yeah, I'm cool. Your wife might get mad. It's working out though. You know.
All right. So here, before we knock off for tonight, let's. I'm gonna move my camera.
Do what you need to do. I mean, see, if he didn't. We'll talk. Go ahead, brother. Do it right now. I think the delay.
Let's see if that remedies this. Okay.
I think we get. There's no delay now, right?
I don't know. Well, he's moving now, so we don't know. He's moving. He shouldn't move, but it's time to move. Oh, so let me just You'll let us know when we get back. I'll put it over on just me, so you guys can just see the gorgeousness of Chuck sipping on the rendezvous. Like all you guys smelt something. You and Sean both smelt something good. Me tastes good, but I don't. The smell, like it's not okay. You taste the caramel. You taste the spices.
What about mint?
The hint. I can taste the hint of mint. I agree with that. Yeah, but
The word hint of mint.
The hint of mint. The hint of mint. Yeah, this is cool though. This is pleasurable. We just got to work it out. So I think but he said he got a movable camera. He wanted it in that spot. But I was gonna I'll talk to him offline. We'll work it out because if he gets some boosters, then the signal will be good. It's just the fact that he needs I tried a laptop or something that's better. Like maybe we don't know. I think a booster, a repeater, would change everything. And that's relatively inexpensive too. Because you can plug them into like sockets, and it boosts your signal. You don't even got to buy. The technology has changed so much. They had those mesh systems, those mesh network systems that I haven't bought, but I understand it. But I have researched the repeaters for a while. No, but nobody cares. Nobody wants to watch it. So I'm about to dive in and have fun. Oh, this is delicious. Maybe it's because I like drinking. It's just, what do you think?
It could be that too, but it is good.
It's cheap, right?
I think it was like $50.
That's good. It's good for what? Yeah, I drink it.
How much was when we go to the Knob Creek?
I think it's like $37. $37. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. See, I just said, okay, next subject. So what do you want to talk about? Anything you want to talk about, we can talk about it. I think I just enjoy drinking with good people. Like, it's fun to have people that enjoy drinking like you do because you can share the experience with them and get their thoughts and, would you recommend it? And I think that, truthfully, a lot of people, like, they'll drink rum, they'll drink vodka, they'll drink wine, they drink Cavassier, Hennessy, cognac, but they shy away from the beautifulness of whiskey. It's something that's so uniquely magical and wonderful about whiskey. What to say? Less filling, highly satisfying. That's the best way to describe it. Less filling, highly satisfying. Because yesterday we drank some beer that was aged in bourbon barrels. Bourbon is whiskey for people who don't know, but everybody who watches me should know. So it tastes delicious, but it didn't have the same fantastic hit that you would get from just this little bit of whiskey. And you feel sluggish after you drink the beer. It's like, it's time to go to sleep. Let me eat. Where you could drink whiskey and you don't really feel like super hungry, and you don't feel sluggish. You feel like, ooh, let's go conquer the world. Let's go make some mad passionate.
Pound some cheese.
No, I don't see. He said pounds of cheese. I was saying mad passionate fun. I keep it simple. I'm joking. But anyway, it's delicious. It's crazy to say, but it is like.
I think more flavors to me. More flavors come out in whiskey than in beer.
Back. Let's go back. I had to stream. Woohoo! What's up, brother?
Okay. Can you hear me better? Am I on a delay now? It doesn't look like it. It looks like I'm actually live.
It seems like it's perfect, and it works. Okay. There you go.
Let me move my camera over. There looks good. Okay. Yeah.
There you go. Sean the model and Charles the bald head on the screen together.
I don't know about that model thing, but yeah, we got some messed up here in the back going on here. I can't tell which one I do.
At least you still got it.
I'm making it worse. Anyway, whatever. I'm glad we're actually got a functioning camera here. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what was causing it exactly. I don't know if it's because I'm running because. The way I had to do it is I had to run a 25-foot USB cable downstairs to connect to the computer.
Okay.
So I'm thinking what I'm going to have to do in the future if I want to, shoot lives from my studio, then I need to move my computer downstairs and just set it up properly.
Or you should get wireless repeater and get a laptop, and then not move your computer. Computers are relatively cheap. You can get a Chromebook for less than maybe $150, and it works the same because all you need is Google Chrome. Then you could do StreamYards, and you can also record video from it. And you can edit, but it's not as great as probably on a regular PC or Mac. But so I'm just giving you an idea.
No, I mean, my main computer works great for, everything I need it to. It's just I need something more mobile because it's a desktop. It's not a laptop.
Yeah,
so.
I assume that when you said it. So that's why I say you should get a Chromebook, something that's extremely flexible, light, relatively cheap cost, and for unless you're doing really recording, you can do everything else. You can stream from it. You can sit it wherever you want to. You can also connect a USB camera to it and have it sitting where you want it to sit and still do the same thing. As long as you got repeaters to make your network, because it'll be wireless, stronger, then you wouldn't have those issues, the delay. That's just me speaking. But what do I know? What type of geek am I?
Well, I don't think that's geeky. I think that's useful knowledge. So I'm glad somebody knows what we should be doing.
I'm still learning. Producer B, Brian is the video technical person on. I don't care about editing, but my brother is great with thumbnails and all that stuff, and together we make a fantastic team.
Hey, good stuff, man. Now you say brother, but do you just mean that in the colloquial sense, or do you mean he's your literal? No,
let me say this: brother from a different mother. So I mean it literally, not biologically. So, but I do mean it in colloquially. So I'm using. I don't call unless I like. If I like you, I'm gonna call you my brother. So I use that. It's part of my everyday vernacular for people that I appreciate. So all my friends, including you, you're a brother. That's my brother.
That's it.
You move to that chart, but I already allowed you to that.
I've moved up. So I haven't addressed Michelle. So hello, Michelle. I'm sorry for all the nonsense earlier, but thank you for hanging in there with us. If you're still there,
it's all good. If people hop in and hop out, it's going to happen. I'm relatively unknown. Maybe you're more known than I am, but it's still fun, man.
I doubt that.
It's cool though. That's what makes it so fun. For me, I just enjoy the interaction, the drinking, and testing it out. So now we kind of know how to do it. So next Friday, we got a date. Don't stand me up, and we will get together and we'll try, the exchange that we have done. I'm stoked. I really would not have mind doing it, but you and Brian are on the same page. So we'll set it up, we'll advertise it, we'll let people know. So it'll be much more engrossing. We'll have much more fun. Not that I'm not having a lot of fun now. As you can see, I'm stoked.
Oh yeah, awesome. Me too, man. So next week, Michelle, bring all your friends. She will. We'll get them there. Just come in. She might. He said she might join in because Michelle's somebody we know. So she's real cool. Yeah, so has Michelle been on any of the videos? Is she one of the ladies I've seen, or?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. With Tiffany that time, it was her and Tiffany.
Yeah. So if you go back and check it out.
Okay.
She's fun. She's enjoyable. I really enjoy it because she enjoys drinking. Like some people, they drink, but some people really enjoy drinking. Like Michelle is the type of person who hit you up like, "Have you tried this?" So I like that.
Cool.
It's just fun. It's really just getting people to let go. Don't take it too crazy. You don't gotta go crazy, but just appreciate it. Just like when you go wine tasting or anything, or just anybody can appreciate whiskey if they take the time to just sit back and don't say, just stop. Don't say, "Ooh," just taste it. Yeah. And if it's not for you, it's different ones. Just like it's different beers, it's different wines, it's different rums and vodkas. Try some whiskey.
Yeah, definitely, man. I agree. So like when I first got back into whiskey, because if you see my Wild Turkey video, then you know why I took a break. Because, well, for one, really, I had an issue with I was drinking too much, if we're being honest, when I was a younger man. And then that led to some horrible hangovers, and I decided I need to pull away for a while. And so I didn't come back till about 3 or 4 years ago. And when you've been away for so long, that punch, coming back to whiskey, drinking it straight, because that's how I always drank it, and so you kind of forget. what that heat's like. But once you get over that, it takes for me it was about a month or so. And then you can start kind of enjoying the flavors more, kind of picking it apart. Understanding the nuances, I guess, of the whiskey. And then it becomes, like you were saying, it becomes really a really enjoyable experience, like wine tasting. And you just kind of can sit back and relax and enjoy what's in that bottle.
I agree with you. For me, I'm always looking forward to trying something different. I get stoked. What's new? Let's try it. And sometimes I'm surprised. That's the beauty. So I don't care if it's $10. I don't care if it's $200. I want to try it because I want to be blown away. I want to what was it? Mellow corn? Is that what it was?
Yeah,
mellow corn. And some people may not like it, but for cheap as it was, and for how different it was, it blew me away. Like, what? Like, really? People, and it looked like it was like going to be something corny and nasty, like you just want to pour down the toilet. I drank it, and I was like, I like this. So that's what I look for. I'm looking to be slapped in the face, and I'm trying never to be biased because you never know. Even the most cheapest, unassuming whiskey could be fantastic. It could be that. Where I don't really find that when I drink other type of spirits in such a way. Like, you understand what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys agree, but that's just how I see it.
Yeah, no, definitely. And like you were saying, the mellow corn bottle definitely does not say to you, "This is a quality whiskey." I mean, it kind of looks like a joke, if we're being honest. But I've only sampled it. I don't own a bottle, but I thought, like you, for the price, especially, it's like $20.
Yeah, for the price. It looks like it's going to be trash. And I'm like, okay, I don't hate it. I can actually drink this. It's not bad, but it's other. Oh, Granddad is good. Like, a lot of these stuff are just, like, even the Evan Williams, it wasn't horrible. Like, for what? This how much you getting? Like, you can't even get mad at it. How can you get mad at it?
Yeah, man, right here all the time. I'm sipping on this thing all the time.
Yeah, you can't get mad. Bottled and Bond, it was great. Like, I'm like, really? That slapped me in the face with that, how great it was. Bottled and Bond, Evan Williams? What? Where did this come from?
Yeah, it's like $17. I mean, come on.
Man, it's crazy good. It's crazy good. Not that I'm out, but I can understand how somebody can turn to alcoholic. This stuff is so good sometimes. It's so cheap. What? You know what I mean? It's like your favorite food being $10. I'm buying this every day.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like if the best pizza on the planet was like $10, I'd weigh a lot more than I do right now. I know that.
Hold on, I got to shout out what's up, big homie? Big homie Beasley, one of my favorite people. You don't even know. My brother, he engaged in the tomfoolery, but still he's one of my favorite people, man. Big homie Beasley. And we got some Knob Creek Rye right for you. I've never had it. I'm gonna open it. I'm just gonna shout him out. My brother.
Well, so I'm cheating. This isn't a rye, but after the mess ups early, I decided I need a cast drink. So here we go. We're
making more cast drink.
Yeah.
Oh.
After the half hour of mess ups, we need something strong.
Beasley said he would hop on. Hey, do you mind if other people hop on?
No, yeah.
I dropped the link in the chat, so if people want to chat and talk about some whiskey, I'll put it in the chat right now. Okay, I'm gonna copy it. I'm gonna paste it. Big homie, you're more than welcome to come. I'm about to drop the link in the chat right now. Yeah, he's a hilarious dude, man.
So
keep it clean. I'm gonna tell him, keep it clean as you can, big homie. Because I got to tell him, keep it clean. I know you, but keep it clean today.
I'm still doing it wrong.
Anyway, I'm gonna crack this the Knob Creek.
The glass?
No, I do got it in the glass, but just rinse it out and just do it in an order.
So, Brian, Charles was very secretive about his profession, so I won't press him on it anymore. But so, what do you do for work, Brian?
I'm partially retired.
partially retired. Well, my man, he's ahead of everybody. Retired already. Now, of course, I've never seen your face, so I don't know what your age is, but you sound like a younger man. So
I'm up there in the 40s.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's not that old.
What's up, big homie?
Gentlemen, how are you?
Wonderful.
Good.
Good. No, I'm a you said it doesn't exist anymore, but I'm a 25-year member, if it still existed, of the Kentucky Bourbon Circle. I've met Jim Beam's grandson and Jim Beam's son.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
they used to give events all over the country, but they used to give events at nice places in Los Santos, Southern California, in the early 2000s. And this is before they acquired Macmillan's, the Scotch. But no, that's when they were the first to introduce the small batch bourbons. Now everyone's caught on, and
Yeah.
the small batch bourbons is what they drank. Okay, they put out the commercial Jim Beam, and they put out the commercial whiskeys for everyone else, but they drank the small batch stuff. The Bookers, the Knob
Right.
Creek, the Basil Haydens, and what's the last one? The Basil Haydens, the Bookers, the Knob Creek.
Baker's is a small
Bakers,
batch,
that's
isn't it?
right. Shit. I actually got a box, a oak box from the liquor store. They gave it to me because I bought all 4 bottles, and I actually had that in my bar. I don't have it anymore. Moved a few times. It didn't make the cut. But now
Gotcha.
I'm noticing all of the bourbon makers and whiskey makers are making a premium. There's nothing wrong with Maker's Mark, but that Maker's Mark 46 you have, that's something special, right? It's
Yeah.
probably aged a little bit longer.
Yeah, yeah, and just the process that with the French oak staves, I enjoy that. Now, when you were talking about so that would be was that Booker No that you met, or um, let's see,
That was the grandson. Booker No was the father.
right? Okay,
Okay, he was
uh,
old. He was older. The other guy, they're both heavy set. I went with them in their suite at the Century Plaza Hotel and got fucked up and fell asleep and ate and drank again. Seriously, they're cool. He's a cool dude. He's a cool
yeah,
dude. He's a cool dude. And
yeah,
go ahead. What he
uh,
said was they were like asking him the right way to drink it. I prefer it on rocks. He
yeah,
says I like it neat. He says whichever way you like it is the best way. Just don't pour any Coca-Cola in this shit. You know? Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Don't let me. Yeah.
I'm
Don't
with
let
you.
me. Yeah. Don't
I'm
let me
with you
see.
on that.
Yeah. Don't pour no ginger ale in this shit because we'll run you out of Kentucky.
I hear that. Yeah, yeah.
I did say
I
keep
am.
clean, but I ain't gonna try no more. I already know who I'm talking to.
You tried, Charles. You gave it a good effort, but no. Well, I mean, I'm with him on that. I'm anti-mixer. If that's how you want to drink it, then whatever, go for it. You paid for it, so do whatever you want. But I mean, personally, I mean, if you're gonna mix it, just buy vodka or something that doesn't matter, something that has no flavor. Because if you're covering it up with Coke or ginger ale, then you have no idea what it tastes like anyway. So, I
You're
mean,
not
really,
right.
I agree
Right.
with
Or
that.
I
just
do
use
too.
one of the
This is good.
commercial regular
I
bands.
think so too.
yeah.
But I see how it exploded, and tequila exploded much like the same way.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm not the biggest tequila drinker. Brian drinks some. He says that they got tequilas that's good, kind of like whiskeys are. I guess I got to experiment with them and try it. But I'm cool just messing with the whiskey. I will compare and try, but I'm not searching out tequilas like that. Are any of
Yeah,
you familiar with? I'm listening.
my buddy, he had a tequila that was aged in bourbon barrels.
Hmm.
That was pretty good. I mean, it's still not whiskey, but it was decent. I can drink
Yeah.
it.
The one I like the most, I think, was called Mandalay or something like that. I think that was the name of the tequila, and that one was really good.
And the Knob Creek Rye. This is decent. It's like spicy. Got a nice finish.
I bought a high-end rye whiskey from Costco's, and that's where I do most of my shopping.
I love it. He said
Costco's
I
got
bought a high-end rye from Costco.
no, and I said, let me just try a rye whiskey. I was like, this is a little different. I could drink it, but I know what I like. I like I like I like the Booker's the best. That's the best to me.
Yeah.
And toast a
Yeah,
couple Russian. That's the best. Except you can't drink that all the time if you want to be coherent or halfway
Yeah, I hear
coherent.
you.
Yeah, it's just
yeah,
it gets pretty strong. But
yeah.
The Knob Creek I like, and I like besides you can buy 2 half gallons of Crown Royal on sale for $33 each at Costco's, and if you catch them at the right time, they'll take $10 off. So you're spending $46 and you got 2.5 gallons of Crown Royal. Well, I mean, you if you guys had to drink Crown Royal instead of all these other American whiskeys, you'd get by, wouldn't you?
I mean, nothing against you, but I mean that's
Right.
not really my thing.
I know it's a Canadian blend, it's whiskey, but it's like you can rationalize it, right?
Yeah,
I can rationalize anything. So yeah,
Yeah, right. You can
But
rationalize.
there's other cheap ones that you can beat. You can get everyone bottled in bonds. So why would you even go to Crown
right here,
Royal?
man? Right here. This is what you need. Right here. $17. I'm sorry. This is $22 all the time. Not even on sale. 100 proof. That's where you need.
Oh,
to
it's
go.
100. It's 100 proof.
Yeah, man.
Just trust me on this one.
Like the wild turkey. Like the wild turkey.
Love it.
Yeah.
You can do that too. Wild turkey would never go wrong.
Doesn't that Booker's come in sometimes at 101 proof, 102 proof, something crazy like that?
20 something. But we just had a couple of them the other day.
Yeah. But
We had the
Booker's
tag
pretty
along
high.
and the Donahoe's. The Donahue, right? We had both of those. Donahoe and the tag along.
And you know what's interesting about what they do?
21-2. And one was 124, the other was 127.
Wow. If you look at the bottle, it'll say 9 years, 2 months, and 4 days, which means they're tasting the barrels. And it's like, oh, it's not ready yet. Let it sit in. We'll check on it in a couple of months. If the taste is right, they're not doing it set to time.
Yeah.
That's something special.
I think almost all distilleries and breweries, they do that. They'll taste something. If it don't taste right, they'll either let it sit longer or they'll do something else with it. Because it has to. People want that signature flavor. It needs to taste a certain way. So that's what they're known for.
Jim
Go ahead,
Beam
big homie. Always impresses me.
But Jim, I knew this stuff, man.
I know.
I knew this stuff. 51% burnt oak barrels. It's the difference. Then you got the sour mash, which is Jack Daniel's, which is a different taste, but it's still acceptable. There's a whole lot of people that drink Jack.
Yes, sir.
There's a whole lot of people, but that's Tennessee. That's further south. That's a little further south, and they make that out of a sour mash. So that's corn. That's a corn. You use a sour mash to make that, but nothing like the good old American one. I think Jim Beam not only is the oldest distiller, but probably the largest. They acquired about 20 years ago. They acquired the Scotch company, Macmillan's, the one with the 12-year-old expensive Scotch. I'm not even having a drink. That shouldn't be so hot. I haven't had a bourbon in a while. At any rate.
Yeah. So if I'm not mistaken, I believe that Suntory owns Jim Beam now, don't they? The Japanese whiskey company.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't keep up that much. He told me the Kentucky Bourbon Circle doesn't exist anymore. I'm like, oh wow, you couldn't find it online. I didn't look.
Yeah, I'm not even familiar with that term. I know about the Kentucky Bourbon Trail. I don't know about the circle. I'm not sure what that refers to exactly.
It was Jim Beam introducing the small batch bourbons and traveling all around the countries and renting out huge ballrooms of fancy hotels. I've been there 3 times and seen them in San Francisco. It got to the point where it's cool to be like, hey, good to see you. Good to see you. You know how that impressive girl I with? She's like, how do you know them? I was like, I know a lot of people.
They had a whiskey festival in Los Angeles just recently, and I missed it. But I'm gonna make next year. I didn't like. Sometimes I'm gonna expose myself more to the culture and the environment and people who enjoy it like I do, just to make like my brother Whiskey War, Sean. I enjoy it. My brother Beasley. I would never if I've never even talked about. I would even knew you knew as much as you did.
Right. What part of the country are you in, Sean?
I'm actually in Kentucky, South Central Kentucky.
Oh well, you're there.
Yeah, me and my wife, we moved up here from Florida. We were in the Kissimmee, Orlando area. We moved up here just a little over a year and a half ago.
Okay.
I had family up here. And actually, I was born here, but didn't live here. I mean, I hadn't lived here for years. I actually moved down to Florida when I was 4 and hadn't been back since a year and a half ago. That's why I don't have the accent or anything. But yeah, man, just kind of coincided with the time that I was getting into whiskey. It kind of worked out. Financially and otherwise to move back up here, and really happy we did. I mean, it's incredibly cheaper. Everything is cheaper here.
I can imagine.
And every distillery is like 2 hours from my house, so it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that has to be cool. That really does. I'm gonna tell you about Los Angeles if you didn't know. Big homie knows. Expensive as all get out. Expensive. And one thing I'm about to just speak. No matter how expensive it is, it's people that can afford it. So I'm like, if they can afford it, something I got to be doing. Trust me, it's always somebody can afford what you can't. So don't ever say you can't afford something. You just need to figure out a way to afford it. That's just that's my belief.
I think that's what we're trying to do here.
Well, you probably cut your cost of living by a good 30-40%.
Oh, more than that. So, I mean, when we moved, just my rent at the time was $1,300 a month, which by LA standards probably isn't very high.
California standards, but go ahead. Anywhere in California,
as a winner. What?
Yeah, 1,300, you'll be in the hood.
Yeah.
You be in a closet. You be in a closet. Somebody's closet somewhere.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we kind of were. I mean, it was not that nice a place, and it was a 1,300 square foot home, which is tiny, and the property was a tenth of an acre, I think. I mean, just a tiny little yard. And we have a good sized dog. He's about 70 pounds. He's right here beside me. That's what I'm looking down.
That's a big dog.
1,300 wouldn't get you 400 feet in Los Angeles.
But the thing is that the amount of money you make did not compensate. It wasn't equivalent to what your bills were. I mean, now we're here, and I mean, granted, we're in a little town that nobody even probably has ever even heard of. But
you got high speed internet connection. You're connected to the world.
That's it.
You may as well be in Times Square.
Yes, sir.
But also, I mean, the cost of living. So our total bills now are about $1,000. I know I probably shouldn't be sharing all this information over the internet, but
you'll live longer with less stress.
That's it. I mean, that's why we moved here, so that we could have more free time. We wouldn't have to work as much. I mean, it's why I have the ability to collect all the whiskey I do. It's why I have the free time to make all my videos, because before that, it was just nonstop work. I mean, that was our whole lives, was working. So I do not miss Florida at all.
I understand.
I got a little quiz question for you. So you guys know about, the first Saturday in May, what happens in Kentucky, right?
I don't know.
Oh,
I know.
I'm going to guess you're talking about the Kentucky Derby.
All right. So,
but he did it.
What's the drink at the Derby?
Well, I mean, you're talking about what the official drink is. I mean,
yes.
It's a mint julep, but who wants to drink that?
I will. I'm a traditionalist. I'll wear that and wear a pimp hat too.
What drink was that?
Mint julep.
I've only been once, but they make. Now, my grandfather from New Orleans said he drank Old Forester. Old Forester's a relatively cheap whiskey. He said, bullshit. That's the official whiskey of the Kentucky Derby. That's what they make the mint juleps with right there at Churchill Downs.
Well, so that was true for a very long time. So maybe you're aware. So Brown-Forman, which is the parent company for Old Forester, they actually kind of revived the brand Woodford Reserve.
That's their premium brand, right?
And so now Woodford is actually taking that spot. But I mean, it's still the same company.
But still, I'm happy to stand corrected. I like this guy. I like this guy. My ego isn't big enough to get corrected. I'm just talking. He told me this 25 years ago, and it's changed. So the same company, now they're putting their premium brands up.
That's it. Yeah. But really, though, it's the same company making the distillate. So it hasn't really changed that much.
Instead of using their commercial brand whiskey, they're using their high-end. The margins of profit are probably much higher on the premium brands.
For sure. Yeah.
It's probably a very similar process. Is the aging, right?
Well, we could go on and on about the semantics of how Woodford supposedly, they have this like 5 chambered process of how they.
Tell us, enlighten us.
I couldn't tell you from I couldn't tell you.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but there's all kinds of videos on YouTube that I would just be reciting what they say anyway.
All right.
But yeah, that like when you do the tour, they walk you through the 5-chambered process of
You're a man in headquarters.
Yeah.
Yeah. He is. He's our inside man.
Right. Look. I'm between Los Angeles. I spend a lot of time in the Bay Area. If you ever need to know about cannabis, this is the stuff this is the place to talk.
Okay. I mean, I've been out of that game for a long time, which is a discussion I'm going to save for the live.
Right.
But anyway, well, the other live.
Well, I mean, you like ice cream and cake, don't you?
This guy. Yeah.
He's the funniest dude on the planet Earth.
You like a pie a la mode? Nice apple pie with a scoop of vanilla ice cream, man. How about a nice whiskey with some Granddaddy Purple Kush? And you can talk about it legally now. It's a beautiful thing, gentlemen. It's been a pleasure meeting you. I'm subbed. I just don't normally get around to it because I'm multitasking. I want to take a time I want to support this channel. I want this thing to go. And then, yeah, man, whiskey's a good thing. Let me tell you this. I used to drink cognac when I was younger, and I got around the old men from New Orleans, and I joined this club, and they were all older than me by 35 years. They said, try this, young man. It's not as hot. And I tried the bourbon. I was like, this is a lot smoother. This is a lot nicer and everything. They go, yeah, this is what we drink around here. This is what we drink around here. And it's a truly American drink.
Absolutely. Yeah, cognac is French. We don't want that.
Right. and it's hot compared to the smoothness of the bourbons. That Booker's might get a little hot. That's why you got to let that ice chill it out. Maybe pour a little water on it. But that's a wonderful feeling. When you saw Booker's, I said, okay, let me log into the name where I can comment. And I was like, now you're talking. And you finally found the Knob Creek. I can't imagine how many bourbon bottles you got, Charles.
You've got a few. I know that.
I just keep drinking. I forget. I have so much.
Probably in the hundreds.
We don't know. We just keep drinking. I got a brother that loves it like I do. So we, just like you do, Beasley, and just like my brother Sean. I gotta put my brother Beasley out there. My brother Beasley is a Jeopardy champion, so he has all type of little knowledge and tidbits that you wouldn't expect. So always be aware that he's coming, because he knows what he's talking about normally.
Normally, I didn't know about Brown Informative and Byron, and I appreciate the guy in the middle, Sean, you say his name is, correcting me, because I've got old data.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Beasley, whiskey's really my only area of expertise. So
It's all right. It's all right. Well, I know a little bit about everything, but I got corrected today, and I'm happy to get corrected.
I mean, what I'm saying is, like, don't feel bad, because that's like the only thing I know anything about. So,
guys, to top it off, he's humble. And a happy drunk. Look, 2 happy drunks.
Hey, you're right.
Only,
there you go, bro. Appreciate it.
Only 20% are happy drunks. The rest, the horns come out of their head, and you never know what's going to happen next.
You don't want to be that guy.
No,
hey, brother Beasley, you know I love you, man. You my dude. You know that, right?
Yeah,
big homie. I got nothing but love for you.
I'll be stopping by, man. Nice meeting you, Sean, and thanks for the information.
You as well, sir. Hope you have a good evening.
Take care.
All right, my brother.
You got it.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to you, Beasley.
Yeah, that's a good dude, man. You don't know him. You don't know how good he is, but he's a real good dude, bro.
Yeah, no, he's good times, man. Yeah, we should have him on again. That was fun.
He'll pop up. Yeah, trust me. He flows free on the YouTube streets. He don't got a problem going anywhere. You'll find out. That's like I said. As long as you're good, he's good. I'm telling you, good people, good people. Yeah, man. Let me tell you. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Charles.
I'm going to tell you the Knob Creek, the rye was good. I would say it's spicy. It's a slow finish. It's not like really long, so it's not like whoo, but it tastes good. It's a you can sip this every day. Would you agree with that?
I can agree.
Yeah, so it's not like super I don't know if I had a tasting of different. Would I be able to pick this out? I don't know because it doesn't stand out. It's not that complex, but it's a good sipper. And so I want to make sure I put a review of the Knob Creek. I want to pour more of it because it's good to sip and talk, and I'm feeling great. I'm ecstatic that you're here, bro. You just don't know how hyped up I am, man. I just enjoyed the whole interaction with you.
Oh, me too, man. I've been having a good time.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of the Whistle Pig rye?
So actually, I've not had any of the Whistle Pig, and the main reason I've kind of steered away from it is I feel like there's like a lot of hype around it, and I don't know if it's worth the money because all the Whistle Pigs are kind of pricey, and so I don't know if that's a good buy or not. So if you have some and you guys have tried it, I'm glad to hear your thoughts.
We'll send you some.
Okay.
I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
Trust me. Anything you need, if we got it, we'll send it to you, bro. As long as we can get some more. We ain't got no problem. You brothers, man. Trust me. It ain't no big deal for us. You don't got to send us nothing. We got you. But if you do send us something, we'll drink it.
The antique Willer 107.
That's his favorite. He keep talking about that. He said, you got an antique. That's what he wants. But don't worry about that.
No, so I mean, if you guys have a hard time getting that, yeah, we'll trade, man. Yeah.
Oh,
I still got.
What are you looking for that we can get for you? And we got you.
Well, I mean, so you're saying you'd like the antique 107, right?
He would like it.
Yeah, I would love to try it. I heard that it was really good.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so here's my thoughts. I mean, I guess I kind of said this in my review, but my thoughts are personally my palate. I think that the Russell's Reserve Single Barrel, I mean, at least especially the store picks, are equally as good, if not better. Similar proof point, and they're available everywhere.
Yeah.
But with that said, I mean, the Antique 107 is a little bit different experience. So, I mean, either way, I'll send some your way, and then you'll know. You'll know if it's worth a buy or not. But
we'll send you some Whistle Pig. You can try this Whistle Pig. We'll send you some of this. I'm gonna show you the Whistle Pig rye. That's what it is, right?
Yeah, so it's really good.
I don't know. I think like how you liked it, but
So, off the top of your head, if you had to rate the ryes you have, where would that be at?
For him, I don't.
It's
high for him.
Very high. Like I could try it again, but I did like the barrel seagrass. To me, the barrel seagrass.
I put that up there too.
Is very high.
It's great. So that's what we need to do. We need to do like a 2 video, 5 rides one, 5 rides the other, because the barrel seagrass is fantastic. It's really good. It's just so whatever the barrel is doing, their blends or however they do, barrel is crushing it. Like everything I've tasted from them is good enough that I'm like, wow, like that's great. Like that's just good, great enough. So it's like, wow, I've never had nothing that was horrible from them.
Yeah,
nothing.
Exactly.
It's complex, but it's good. Like it's not like complex. Like it's complex. Like wow, this is good. How did they make this? And they're out of blended. They have shown me that blended could be great because they like I've had what's that packed or whatever the ones the packed ones or they blended the blood oath. The blood oath. Oh no, I haven't.
The blood oath didn't blow me away.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Well, I haven't had any barrel products either. Those are like two that I've kind of steered away from because I've heard
barrels good.
Yeah. Okay.
Good. Very.
Well,
good.
I'm gonna have to give it.
You would like it. I know you would like it.
So then the seagrass. I guess I didn't pick that up from your review. So the seagrass is a rye.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. Cool. So now, would you say that that's like the top dog as far as the ryes you have?
I got to try for him, not for me. I got to try them all, and I'll tell you because I may like something one time and may not like it the next time. So I have to do a comparison all at once, and maybe tomorrow we'll just do that. Well, I'll record a video. We'll try like 5 ryes. We got some other, like I tried the Knob Creek Rye, which I think was fantastic. And I'm about to kill this Pikesville right now. I'm gonna try it. I don't think I liked it that much. Let's try it. I can't remember. Pour some right now.
So,
pretty good.
He liked it. Let me try some just a little bit for me.
So question, Charles, are we actually on YouTube right now? I mean, I guess we are.
We We're on right now.
Okay. Because nothing about my screen looks like YouTube, but.
That's very good.
Yeah, Pikesville is really
it's really good. I forgot it was that good.
That's
I tried. Yeah, the Pikesville is really good. Yeah, we're on right now.
Okay.
That's how Beasley hopped on. Big homie. Like it says, like from my screen, I can see it says live, and it shows how many people watching, which is nobody. But it matters not because I'm absolutely enjoying it.
Yeah, I don't much care about it.
One day we'll have 30,000 people in chat.
I don't care if it's 0.
I know, but one day we will have 30,000 people in chat.
Well,
One day.
One day. It takes all it takes is one person to say this person is good and share it. Next thing you know, people checking it out. But for me, I didn't need you. My brother Sean is I learned from you, bro. You don't even know. It's like my big homie Beasley. I learned from him. So I'm such in my brain. I'm a whiskey noob, and I know that I make a lot of incorrect assessments because, like, I think this Pikesville is really good. If I had to choose, like, I would choose this over the Knob Creek. I have to. I don't know. Like I had the seagrass is so unusual, so complex. Yeah. It stands out over this. Yeah. We just drank some of that yesterday. We was talking, and I was like, "It's very good. It's very, 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 and it's stronger." So it's like 118 proof, something like that, right? It's strong. It's like in that. It's in that cask strength range. Where the Pikesville, how strong is that?
Pikesville is 110.
So yeah, it's all up there. But it's really you would like the Pikesville. You would like it.
You had Pikesville before, right?
I don't know. Have you had it?
No.
See?
Oh wow.
Oh, there you go.
Well, I mean, I should change my answer. I've had it, but it was a long time ago at a bar. I don't own a bottle, is what I mean.
Yeah, I think.
How much does it cost out here?
30.
It's easy to get, right?
Yeah, it's easy to get.
We'll send you some. Cause I'm like, listen, trust me.
No, I can get Pikesville pretty easy. So yeah, don't worry.
Buy a bottle. 30. You say if it's $30. Try it. Share with the missus.
See,
it's good.
Okay, so I just tried the Pikesville drunk water
and try Whistle Pig.
Whistle Pig.
That Whistle Pig more.
The Whistle Pig is killing.
I don't remember liking the Whistle Pig like that. I remember.
Whistle Pig to me is killing.
I think we
only ride a Whistle Pig.
Didn't I say I didn't like it that much?
Yeah.
Because I don't remember liking it that much. I'm like you. Like I just had a Pikesville. I just had the Knob Creek. So I'm gonna try to let me douse this.
For me,
my immigration will be high.
For me, right now, the battle will be Whistle Pig
and the seagrass.
The seagrass.
Hold on.
And don't forget Jack Daniel's Rye.
Oh, that kills everything. That kills everything. Jack Daniels kills everything.
I can't wait. Try it.
That kills everything.
Yeah.
I agree with that one.
Because
wow. I did say that it does kill everything. It's not even a comparison, bro.
And that's what I was trying to get to because I have not opened the bottle yet, but I'm waiting for it. And that's what I've heard from basically
next Friday. We'll do that, and I'm gonna try to pour me some Whistle Pig so I don't have to.
You put water in it?
Yeah. I try to clean my palate to drink some water and stay hydrated while I inebriate. I'm for you people that don't inebriate. I inebriate for you. Cheers. This is the Whistle Pig. I don't think I liked it as much as he did, but then again, my palate could have been messed up. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I was biased. You know, a prejudgment. I'm joking. I'm trying. Here it goes. See, I can see why you like it. It's complex. It's a different flower. It's a lot of flowers to it. I prefer the Pikesville to this, but I know you. So he likes a different, like it's the seagrass is even more floral than this. This is very floral. I get him. That's why we did the product. He likes floral. So seagrass, I prefer Pikesville over this seagrass. But but not seagrass, but over the Whistle Pig. But the seagrass is better than this, and it may be better than that. Yeah, but it's very good. I can't front because my judgment is clear when I'm inebriated, and when I'm sober, it won't be as clear. I'm like, it sucks.
So just point of reference for myself, Charles. What I personally prefer is darker, bolder flavors. I'm not real big on because like Antique 107 is kind of more of the flowery, lighter.
Yeah, I think I like.
He would love that. He likes the flowery stuff. Where that's the
but I did like.
Yeah, you're a balanced dude.
But I did like what was that? Henry McKenna, and it was more oaky.
Yes.
To me,
yeah.
I enjoyed.
Yeah. He. Okay. Let me say this. He is more open-minded. He likes everything. So you can have I'm gonna make a joke. I'm gonna go there. You can have a big woman. He'd be like, I love her. You have a skinny woman that's really, really skinny. I love her. You can have a woman that's 7 foot 2. He's like, I love her. You have a woman that's a midget. He'd be like, I love her. I'm like, damn, what don't you not like? So
I've had some boys like that. Yeah.
He's that. He'd be like, there's more motion in the ocean. He'd be like, there's more skin for the skin. Everything. So I'm more biased. I'm more like, nah, I like that. But I'm growing because I used to be more like how you are. I'm more of oakish, but now I'm changing. Like I didn't really like the Scotch's raisins taste, but the more we were drinking, the Macallans and the double wood is growing on me. So he keep messing with me, but then I started appreciating it.
Well, so here's where I'm at on Scotches. So I've had a lot of Scotches now. And I mean, as far as like Speyside, which is, I believe, is where the Macallan falls into as far as categories, those are kind of the lighter Scotches. I mean, and I don't dislike them. There's just that's not the thing I go to, you know. But if I had to go to a Scotch, I'd go to like an Islay. So like the Ardbeg or the Lefroy.
I've had Ardbeg.
We will.
I tried it. I've seen it. I haven't tried it.
It's completely different. It's not like anything you've ever tried. I can promise you that.
I will try it. We'll try it next week. Trust me. I luckily I got a drinking buddy that we connect at the hip, so I don't ever have to worry about drink. Yeah. Like I got somebody that will drink with me all the time, like every day.
Which Ardbeg should we try?
Yeah.
So I just got the standard 10-year-old Ardbeg to start, and then I've also had the Wee Beastie, which is the 5-year, which is a little. I actually prefer the 10-year. The 5-year is a little more spiky, a little more rough, whereas the 10-year is kind of smoothed out some, and you get more complexity in it and not so much spiky flavors. But the way I describe it to my friends is it's like smoked salmon.
Okay. I want to drink smoked salmon. It smells like fish.
Yep. It does. It smells like iodine and smoke. So, yeah.
Have you had the Macallan 18 year?
I have not. I've had the 12. I've not had the 18.
It's a big difference between the 12 and the 18. It's absolutely, I'm sorry to say, night and day. You think
I agree.
It's 18. I'm going to say some crazy stuff, make a joke. It'll make you accept being violated. you feel like I've been done wrong, but you did me wrongly.
Yeah. I don't know if you like the fruity flavors, like the fruit flavors.
I'm sorry, I gotta drop jokes, man. I have to.
I mean, Charles, I appreciate what you're trying to lay down, but I don't know if any whiskey could accept me being violated.
Like
this whiskey right here. After this right here, now I can be violated. But
hey, I got you. You don't know. You will never know how hard I beat up on Brian. I do jokes, but he do to me the dumbest jokes, and I do them too. But it's cool when I do them. It's not cool when he do it. So I beat him up all the time. Like that's not funny. And then I do something. He be like, "It's not funny," but I do it anyway.
Well, so here's what kills me about the duo that you two are. So like you're trying to like. And it goes back and forth, but like at times where you're trying to be serious and pick apart something, Brian will just go left. Totally. But that's what makes the whole review fun to me as a viewer. Is it's like this just going to diverge off onto this other subject.
Oh, he's hilarious. I love him and hate him for it because he's gonna do it. I be trying to be serious. He'll be like, man, did you not see that Martian with the big left nuts? I'm like, what are you talking about, Martians? Out of the blue.
And it was like last week, I think you guys put out a review, and Brian was talking about something about this reminded him of I'm trying to remember. It was like Prince on a bed of flowers or some nonsense. I was like, what is that?
He do it all the time. He try to throw me off, man. So I try to get him back. I try. I wait for him to say something real silly, and I act like I don't know what he's talking about, even though I know him. But what do you mean by that? What is that? I don't get it. Nah. And he'll look at me, and I look at him. I'm like, it didn't make sense. It's hilarious, man. I love him. That's my brother, man.
So the Ardbeg 10 is what you talking about. The Ardbeg 10 we should try, all right?
Yeah. Well, so maybe we since if you guys will have it by next week, then maybe we could do that as well on our live, because I want to see like your expression. I want to see you open it, pour it, smell it for the first time.
We can do that.
It's
no problem.
It's
we can
like
get
nothing.
it. We'll do it. And I'm pretty sure we can get it. We'll make it happen.
Yeah,
we can do it. Next Friday we're gonna connect and we'll do that.
Yeah. It's pretty widely available, so I would imagine you guys can get it pretty easy.
No problem, man. Life is about fun. No guarantees, so let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Let's make it happen.
Were you into any of the Four Roses?
What was that?
He said, "Were you into any of the Four Roses?" Four Roses.
I like the what is it? The small batch select, which is like the $60 bottle. That one's pretty good. The standard, I don't really care for. Well, I've had 2 different single barrels. Wasn't really a fan. The standard Four Roses doesn't really do anything for me. But the higher price stuff I think is good. But as a rule, like in the bourbon world, usually Old Forester or just Brown-Forman in general is kind of my go-to. So Old Forester stuff, Woodford Reserve, like those are generally my favorites.
If you know, I love Woodford Reserve. I don't think you love it as much as I do.
I love the
as much as I do.
What was the one the double oak one? What's that?
Yeah, that's double oak.
Yeah,
that's they have the Kentucky Derby, they have the regular one, and they get the double oak.
And the double oak remind me of
that's really good.
It remind me of like pancakes. Remind me of pancakes.
The Mitchers, that remind me of the double oak. If you try them side by side, we gotta do that again. They're really similar. I like that.
Yeah.
And
Michter's is excellent. Yeah.
Yeah. When you I gotta try that. The Four Roses, I don't really think I enjoyed it. I haven't had the select. Yeah, I haven't had that.
I've had the select,
but I don't think I was a big fan of it. I gotta go back and check it out because I don't think I really liked it.
You liked it.
Did I? I can't remember.
You did like
I forget, man.
Yeah, you forget. But
Charles, I was just saying to me that's the best thing they put out. I'm not saying it's like my top 10 or nothing like that. It'd be still way down the list, but I think that's the best thing that as far as like regular releases, that's one of the better things they put out. But
I think I remember it being spicy. I remember it was really spicy.
Yeah.
The Four Roses Select was spicy. I remember that. And cinnamon I remember
cinnamon toast crunch. Sorry. Yeah, I am one of those. I'm one of those happy people. Sorry if you didn't.
Yeah. No, hey, that's good, man. Having a good time. Yeah.
I'm actually enjoying the Whistle Pig. I do think the Pike Veal was better. They both stand over the Knob Creek. So if I compare the 3 ryes, I would pick the Pike's Veal first, Whistle Pigs. But this is more complex. This is more of an experience. This is more for some people who wanted to like, oh, what is this? And pick out notes and flavors and stuff. This is it. Smell, I can't smell nothing. I'm gonna make a joke.
Yeah, I smell floral. I smell
boogers.
Yeah, I smell floral.
So it's not
like a lemon drop.
I gotta fill up the whole glass for me to smell it right now.
I smell like a lemon.
Yeah, I smell that.
Lemon heads. I may have said that in the review. It smell like lemon heads.
Yeah, it does. I can get that.
You know lemon heads candy?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's what the Whistle Pig 10 smells like on the nose.
Okay. Now, so like on the nose and palate, how does that compare to the seagrass? Is it kind of similar, flowery, light?
Yeah, it's similar. I think the seagrass is more sweet. Yeah, seagrass is more sweet.
The seagrass. Me drinking this, I'm going with the seagrass.
I would too. Seagrass is better than this.
Was really good. The
seagrass is better than this.
Yeah, the seagrass.
Seagrass will mess you up, bro. I'm really like I want to not like it, and every time I drink it, I like it. So that's how much it messes you up. I'm mad at myself for liking it because it tastes good, and I'm pissed off because I want to drink something else, but it's good, so I end up drinking it. And then I have to compare it to other barrels that I think may taste better, but it's so good that I'm not even mad that I'm drinking this when I want to drink private release. So does that make sense? So it's pretty good. Yeah. It's really good. It's not. We watched What If yesterday on Disney, and we were drinking. And I was enjoying drinking it, and I'm mad the whole time because I want to drink something else, but it's good, so let's pour some more. And I realized I poured some more. I'm like, man, I don't want this no more, but it's good. So that's the best way to explain it. Sometimes he likes it more than I do, but it's that good where I'm not mad that he's drinking it. Did that make sense? He's like, shut up.
No, as I told you earlier, Charles. Well, if we can come on, refocus.
It's all good. Don't worry. You know, we were getting blinded by your unbelievably beauty anyway. So I'm glad that it made you not as excellent looking. So you know, you know, so I can shine. Look, I'm handsome too. Don't look at him. No, I'm joking.
The handsome,
the battle of the Hanson brothers.
The battle of the Hanson.
We're going.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
That's a move right
there.
There
You go. I look better drinking whiskey than you do, Sean. No, I do, Charles.
Yeah, we can make that some kind of weird battle in the future.
Yes. Whoever doesn't let the Hansons drink more shots. I'm joking. More drams. DRAMs. Funny term to use in whiskey. Drams. You know, what's that? It's a splash.
It is a funny term. So
yeah,
I don't know if you see my glass here. So I'm not a huge fan of. I see you usually use the New Orleans glass.
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of like what the heck is it called? It's the official bourbon glass.
Glencairn?
No.
Official?
So need to Google.
You tell me. I don't even know. It's bigger than the Glencairn, but it looks like one.
It's wider than the Glencairn.
Yes. Like a tulip? What is it called?
I have no memory, so that.
You have no memory. I don't remember my middle name ever. Somebody got to remind me. Like, Charles, what's your middle name? I don't know.
I especially have no memory after I've had a few drinks.
Oh man, that's my problem. I enjoy drinking too much. I truly enjoy drinking. I actually.
Well,
enjoy
now we enjoy picking out the flavors of stuff. We're not just getting.
But I enjoy the experience of it and the conversation with it and tasting it. But I don't want to get. I want to just get good. I don't want to be loaded. I don't care. I can walk away and not be there. But I enjoy tasting different things.
Right.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, we're sophisticated now. So
yes,
you know,
we're not picking the air. Sophisticated. Is that
sophisticated, handsome man?
Where are these stupid glasses at? You know what? It's almost not even worth it. I'm spending so much time searching for this crap.
Don't worry about it. I'll look up the best whiskey glasses. I don't know.
Yeah, but so I mean, because like the Glencairn, they're just so dainty, and you know, so like when I'm drinking, not doing reviews, this is what I drink out of. It's more of a functional glass than the Glen.
I see it. It's like an expanded Glencairn. The Glencairn, they got fat.
Exactly.
Glencairn. There you go. The Northern is excellent to me. It smells good. It feels good.
For me,
I want to get what you have. I want to get the wide Glencairn.
But for me, I use the New Orleans when I pour when I'm just sipping on one thing.
Yeah. I'm
not trying to smell it, or I just want to enjoy it while watching a movie or something.
Right.
That's what I would bring from like an old fashioned or that glass.
I get you.
But honestly, I mean, really, I can pick out a lot as far as like on the nose, the palate. I don't notice that big a difference. I use the Glen in reviews because that's like the standard that everybody's supposed to use. I don't know.
Be different. I trust it. You're fantastic. You're an excellent YouTuber. You're a wise whiskey man, and I would never want to go to war with you with whiskey. I would lose.
What are other whiskey tubers that you watch? So
the guys that really kind of sparked my interest in even doing it was probably the Bourbon Junkies.
Mm-hmm.
I watched them. Yeah, they're really good.
And then, but they weren't really the first. I mean, the first is probably the biggest. It's probably where everybody started, and that is Whiskey Drive or Whiskey Vault, which is the same guys. You know, and then through them, I discovered other channels like Bourbon Junkies or Mash and Drum. It's Bourbon Night, and then eventually ADHD Whiskey came along. And that's my guy. Matt is my guy.
Yeah.
The world's top taste.
That's it, man.
I would never be that. I couldn't tell you what an ice cream tastes like, except vanilla.
Yeah, I watched a video where he went to Bardstown and I knew I would lose because I just can't pick out flavors and stuff that he can right now.
I for one, I like Fred Minnick. That's his name.
Yeah,
I like Fred. Fred is good to me because he's to the point a lot of times. Don't have to agree, but I like that he gets to it real fast, and I like that.
Yeah,
I like Whiskey Wars. Whiskey Wars is one of my favorites. I learned a lot from him. You made me start watching Shelf Turds. I like it. I like them.
Yeah, they're okay. I mean, so I've watched a lot of. I mean, I've watched tons of channels, but I mean, I can't. Man, when did I come across you? It was pretty early on into your whiskey tasting thing. I mean, it was probably I don't know, maybe your 10th or 12th video. It's pretty early on, because you had.
Still early for me. Still early. I'm still early. I'm a noob. I will never be a veteran. I don't care. I don't know nothing. I just want to drink and have fun. That's all it is with me. I listen to people like you to learn me. I'm gonna this tastes good. I'm gonna throw the rest of it down the toilet and get inebriated.
I feel like I'm not the one you should be learning from, but in any case, I'm glad you're enjoying it though. And
Great, I appreciate you.
I mean, just like because of my personality, I'm very structured in my reviews, even though they don't always come out that way. But I kind of like the no cuts, no edits format as well. I mean, that's kind of what drew me to you. It's just, this is what it is. There's no frills. It's just a real review. I find that enjoyable. So
thank you.
Appreciate it, man. I appreciate you more than you would ever know. I big you up. I can't wait till we get this page to enough 1,000 subscribers and I can just share you out all the time. I learned a lot, man. For me, it's just fun. I just want to have fun. Brian may be different than me, but I didn't want anyone who want to say anything to talk, and my thoughts can change tomorrow. I could love something one day, tomorrow I can hate it because I don't know. And that's it. I just want to have fun. I'm having fun talking to you. This is absolutely enjoyable. I can talk tonight, but I don't want to hold you up. I don't want to make you stay up.
Oh no, it's actually I thought it was later than it is, but it's only 10:45, so we're good. I'm gonna get myself another pour here, going for the Evan wrong way. So yeah,
I hear you on that one.
Yeah, get a little Evan Williams in here to close out a night. Yeah, man. This whiskey tube thing. It's an interesting format. Because in general, before this, I was very anti-social media. So this was a big step in a weird direction for me. And not only that, but I had no video experience. I didn't go any kind of schooling or do anything technical before this. I'd never recorded anything intentionally before doing this. So, and that I think that's probably evident by my first video. It was kind of rough, but yeah, I feel like hopefully I'm getting better, and I have fun doing it, and I love collecting whiskey. I mean, that's really why I keep doing it. Yeah. And now, Charles, I assume that you might be doing it for the same reasons as me, is that it is a nice way to write off at least some of your whiskey.
Yes, it's fun. We enjoy drinking. My brother is a fun dude to talk to because he's gonna say something real silly to make me laugh. And why not use our enjoyment of drinking to have fun and let my stupidness come out, let his stupidness to my stupidness come out, and that's it. I'm just trying to have fun in life because I would think like this is gonna sound crazy, but this could be it. It cannot be tomorrow, so I want to have the best fun today. Dude, you made my day great. I'm so happy. You never understand how appreciative I am for you. Dude, you mean so much to me. Just interacting.
I mean, honestly, Charles, I feel the same way. Like when I first reached out to you, I wasn't sure how you would feel about it because you don't know who the heck I am.
Yeah.
And so and I was a small channel, and so I was like, I figured might as well give it a shot. And if he says no, no big deal. And if he says yes, I think it'll be a great time, and it has been. So I'm glad it's worked out awesome. And we got to share some bottles. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing a lot more in the future with you. So
I hope it's gonna be fantastic. I just got a feeling it's gonna be marvelous. That's just how I think. Like, man, you're a good dude, man. You don't even see yourself like I do. I appreciate you, brother.
Are there any of these
That's love to
distilleries
you,
that you visit?
I'm sorry. What was that, Brian?
Any distilleries that you visit out there?
that are impressive to you. Let me add on to what he said.
So, I mean, it depends. So, one of my favorite experiences as far as tours go was actually Bardstown. Now, we didn't do the distillery tour. What we did instead was the tasting. And we got lucky, apparently, because we got their best tasting room, which is called the Whiskey Library. And I mean, and it's just that. It's just 4 walls of rare whiskey. I mean, it's like a whiskey collector's paradise. I mean, they have stuff that's ancient, and I mean, they have the entire Old Forester birthday bourbon lineup. They have all of them, all the way back to the very first one. They have all the chest piece bourbons from Old Crow. They have stuff back from like the 1920s. I mean, just it's amazing. The collection in that room is awesome. I mean, it's like what everyone dreams of having. And then also on top of that, the girl that did it, even though she was a young girl, I think her name was Leslie, she was very knowledgeable and she was very fun to talk with. And I always have lots of questions about whiskey because I'm always wanting to learn. And she knew her stuff. So I would ask, like how Bardstown came about doing, such and such, and she was on it. And so I would ask about a whiskey on the wall, and she knew at least some history to it. And so the whole experience was really fun. And then on top of that, we got to try their standard one, which, that's the Fusion series, which is pretty accessible to everybody. And then also, I didn't know this, but they're actually the distillers for Bellmead Cask Strength and all the Bellmead line. It comes through Bardstown. So that was part of their tasting. We got the Bellmead Cask Strength, and then at the time, their third one was the Bardstown Bourbon Company, the Prisoner, which, if you like wine cask finished bourbons, which I do, I thought that was really excellent. And because it's pretty hard to get, at least in Kentucky, I was very happy to try that, because around here, even though it's supposed to be $120, it's more like $200 plus if you can find it. So all in all, that was a really fun experience.
That's excellent. Bardstown.
We will be there.
We must make a trip to Kentucky just to go.
Now, so one to avoid for me personally.
One to avoid.
Now, if you have tried Wilderness Trail and you're a really big fan, then maybe go there. There seems to be a lot of whiskey tubers that really enjoy Wilderness Trail, but I thought the tour was lackluster. We did the whole tour through the distillery. It's a small distillery because they are still, just kind of getting going. Mm-hmm. And then the tasting was also just garbage. I mean, it's just like a guy had 3 bottles set on a barrel. He just poured them into plastic shot glasses. He's like, "Here you go," and that was the tasting. I was like, "Are you serious?" I mean, like, he didn't give it to us in a proper whiskey cup or anything. It's just plastic shot glasses that we threw in the trash afterwards. I'm like, come on, man, this is a joke.
Here goes a Dixie cup.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Here goes a little mouthwash cup.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It's a mouthwash cup, like the cap on a NyQuil. That's what we're talking about. Yeah,
it's crazy.
And
they got distilleries out here. We got to look them up and try to go to some in Los Angeles. Go ahead, Sean.
I mean, the thing was, it was like $25. I'm like, seriously, this is the best you can do? I mean, because it used to be, years ago, because we did tours, 5-6 years ago before I moved up here. And it used to be all the tours were free, and now a lot of places are charging for them, which is fine, but, make it an experience then instead of, don't give me whiskey in a freaking plastic shot glass.
I get that. I totally get that. Yeah, that'd be crazy. Yeah, I gotta look up. I gotta research Why do they have? They don't have that many distilleries on the West Coast. Like they have some, but it's like very very few. I was looking in Los Angeles.
Yeah, but breweries you can find
Every
breweries. And wine is easy.
Like you throwing a stone, like as soon as you spit, it's a brewery. We got breweries everywhere. Like California is good for that.
Oh
beer,
yeah.
you never worry about beer
as your buddy said, also Kush. So there's that.
Yes,
exactly.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Not really my thing for a long time, but I understand why most people enjoy it. Actually, it's never done anything for me. Alcohol has always been my thing. And since we have no viewers right now, am I correct in saying that?
Yes.
Actually, when I was a crazy person years ago, my go-to was whiskey and Oxy 80s. That was, but that was many years ago.
I understand. Yeah.
Yeah, weed is not for me. I had it when I was a kid at school, and it was fun. I had one fun experience with it, and then other than that, I had a terrible experience. And then ever since then, I was like, I can't do it.
Okay, and me, I say nothing.
Fair enough. I see you, Charles. Yeah, you like to keep things close to the chest. That's all right.
Yeah, some things in a different life I would speak. There's reasons. There's always reasons. You got to be careful, no matter what you say. I'm a wild dude, but I have to be conservative.
Boy, are we posting this on YouTube?
I can put it on private. It's on YouTube now. So anybody who wants to see it is seeing it now. We haven't said anything crazy.
That's true.
But if you want me to, I'll put it on.
No. I haven't said anything. I haven't said anything too crazy yet.
I don't think I've said nothing crazy. I mean, I'm already crazy.
And also, I mean, anybody that knows me already knows my past, so it's not that big a deal.
So yeah, if you wanted to put it on private, I'll put it on private. So anybody who it's on live right now, so anybody on YouTube can see us, but nobody's watching us.
No, it's all right. But like I said, anybody that knows me already knows what I've been through, so it's not.
Right now I'm drinking the Old Scout. You see it?
Yeah. So how do you like that one? Because I've had the Old Scout, the single barrel, like kind of barrel proof, the bourbon. I've not had the rye though.
It's a single barrel cask straight rye whiskey, and I think it's decent. Like if I had to compare it to the Whistle Pig, or to like it's a complex taste. So if you really like different taste, it's good. I don't think I like the finish is good, but it's like a little slight aftertaste. But I would drink it. I think it's great. I would give it trying to think. I want to say an 8, but I don't know what I probably reviewed it and don't remember what I gave it. 7 point something, 7.5 most likely. If I did
you definitely reviewed it. I just can't remember what the number was.
Neither. So at this time, I like it, but I don't like it more than I like the Whistle Pig or the Seagrass or the High West. Like, you gotta try it. It's more complex than the High West.
Now that I think about it, I think that's the review. I think that's the review where Brian said that it smelled like Prince on a Bed of Roses. I kind of want to go back now and check.
Yeah, but it's good. It's good. It's complex. So it's flavorful. It's a mouthful. It's unique. I like it.
I was tempted to say that's what she said, but I'll let it slide.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I like it. I do like it. I think it's good, man. I really think it's decent. And he's bringing the Seagrass, and we see how much we killed this one. This is our second bottle of this. So that tells you how much we.
So Brian is just feeding you the ryes. Then that must be nice. Yeah, you just sit and.
He's a rye guy, and me, I just enjoy drinking, so it doesn't make a difference. I like it,
So I see you're wearing a Zelda shirt. What are you playing these days, Charles?
On top of games. So I played. I'm gonna give you the last 5 games I played. Of course, I'm playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas on my NVIDIA Shield because I'm a geek. I'm playing Axiom Verge 2 on PC and the Nintendo Switch. I'm playing Grand Theft Auto 5 on PC. I'm playing The Outer Worlds on PC from Epic, and I downloaded for this Nintendo Switch Skyward Sword which I played a little bit on the Nintendo Wii, but I never really got into it. So
Okay.
that's 5 games I'm playing.
Are you a
All
gamer?
right. Yeah. I mean, I've cut way back just mainly because of time. Because between shooting videos and editing and work and other responsibilities I don't have that much time to game, but I still get in, maybe 5-6 hours a week, something like that. And so right now what I'm playing is actually a really old game because I was in the mood for kind of a dungeon crawler, which this isn't really, but you ever heard of Dragon's Crown? It was actually originally came out on PS3 and then it was re-released for PS4. This is the Pro version.
Dragon's Crown?
Dragon.
Never heard of it. I'll look it up.
Dragon's Crown.
I will look it up. Never heard of it. Like if you said Dark Souls or you said
No, well, I played all those, but that was
I've heard of it. That game of Dragon's Crown. Or never heard of it. Never heard of it.
So the whole reason I started playing it is because it was $5 on the store. So I was like, you know what, let's give it a try. And it's pretty good.
It's amazing.
So it's Dragon's Crown. It
Pro.
is a 2013 beat 'em up action role playing game.
Never even heard of it.
Yeah. So
Brian,
Brian,
Axum Verge.
Also, it's by Atlas.
Okay, yeah, same people make Dark Souls.
So Brian,
Demon Souls.
So Brian, you're talking about the one you were just reading off. That's the original. So I'm playing the pro version, which is for PS4. But I mean, it's still basically the same game.
Okay.
Never heard of it. That's crazy. Never heard of it. Wow, you slapped me. That's amazing for somebody to name a game I haven't heard of, and I look at all games. That's blown away with that one.
Well, so I would take like the camera downstairs, but it's not really mobile in that sense where I can just walk around with it. But yeah. I don't know. My wife could probably tell you better than I could. I have a lot of old retro games, something like, I don't know, 150, 200, something like that.
Name the games. I'm going to listen.
It got good reviews, too. So
I believe it. I'll check it out.
I'm definitely going to look into it.
I'll check it out. So
all right, so I'll name systems. It'd be hard for me to name all the games, but so okay. I have 2 Wiis, and then I have the original Wii, not the Wii U. Then I have 2 GameCubes. I have a Genesis. I have Dreamcast. I have the original Xbox. I have a 360. I have the original PlayStation, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4.
We're similar.
Nintendo 64. I feel like I'm leaving something.
I got all those.
Yeah.
I don't have PlayStation 1. I got PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4. I got a GameCube. I have Wii. I have had a Dreamcast. I get back to you. Yeah. So, yeah, I play a lot of games, and my favorite games are role-playing adventure games. Those are my favorite games. Like so, the Dragon Crown for me, that blew me away because I like the Zeldas, the Dark Souls, the Metroids, those type of games. Anytime you get to search and go Castlevanias, I like those.
Well,
I really
so if you can imagine, because like Metroid is generally like a side-scrolling 2D kind of. Okay, so imagine. Yeah, so imagine that style of play only like with dungeon crawler kind of rules. So you're collecting gear, random loot, that kind of stuff. So that's basically what Dragon Crown is.
Have you ever played Hollow Knight? That's a game that I think is fantastic.
Hollow Knight
is on the Nintendo Switch, PC, PS4, Xbox, whatever one is out now. Hollow Knight, play it.
Hollow Knight, okay.
Hollow Knight, look it up.
I'll have to look it up. Yeah.
It's a Metroidvania, what they call the series, Metroidvania. Yes, very great. It's like I like Metroidvania type games. I do.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like the Dark Souls. I like the Zelda type game. Any type of game that like the games really suck me in that make me play for. And I like. Let's talk about the Grand Theft Auto for just a second. I don't like the online, but I like the stories. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, I think that blew me away was.
Let's look at Grand Theft Auto. Let's talk about Grand Theft Auto 5 and San Andreas. And overall, they don't beat the Metroids, but it's just the fact that something you can do in the games is great. But the stories, like I'm really just be quiet.
I like
Dark Souls.
Wow.
If I had to pick Dark Souls over Grand Theft Auto, Dark Souls will win every time, every single one.
Yep. I agree. No, I mean Dark Souls, Demon Souls. Those are some of my favorite games ever.
Yeah. We talk about Demon Souls because I was laughing about that. Okay, he bought me Demon Souls, and I think it took me like 6 months to get the game. And that's when the PS3 came out when he got that, and I played it, and I was like, "What is this game about?" So he's like, "You gonna love it," because he knows me. So I didn't play it. He's like, "Charles, you need to play it." I played it. Then one day I said, I got it. Once I figured out how to level up, the whole game changed for me. And I remember when Dark Souls came out, the first day it came out, I bought it because we were already in the Demon Souls, and that was the dopest game ever. And I still to this day have not had a Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 was closer to Dark Souls 1, but I haven't had that same. This is the best game ever played in my life experience that I got from playing Dark Souls. Demon Souls was dope.
Yeah.
It was more atmospheric, but when I first played Dark Souls, I was messed up.
I agree. I absolutely agree. Man, I can't even. I have no idea how much time I spent in Dark Souls the first time, but way too much. I mean, like as far as total gameplay time, it would probably equate to 6-7 months. I don't know.
Yeah.
Same. Exactly. So I got characters I got to go back and look, but man, I played Dark Souls 1. Like I played around on the Switch to play the Switch version, and I'm like, I'm gonna try to beat it on this level 1. I stopped playing, but that's like I did it where it first came out. I played Dark Souls, so I beat the game. Then I learned how to make you can keep all the like high level like weapons and put on your level 1 character, and I played it through that. Or level 1 with like the maxed out weapons. Like I played it so many. I think I learned every little glitch you could do to play the game. I played it with just no shield. I played it with just like there's different ways to play it. It was, and now I suck. That's how much I played the game, man. I played it.
So when
users, whatever you want to try it, I played it.
So what I got really into through the PvP, you meet all kinds of people in the online community. And so because of that, what I started doing is I started trading money or other items for weapons that either I didn't have or that I wanted more of, because there's certain weapons you can only get one of in a playthrough. So, and so I just started collecting them, and I got to the point where I would have like every elemental version of a rare weapon. And so I had like this ridiculous collection. So I got to the point where I could do anything because.
Dude, I'm gonna say something crazy. Do you know you make me love you, bro? Like this is the first dude I ever met in my life outside of us that can really talk Dark Souls. They're talking about playing the game. You understand what we're talking about. When I said Tetanite, they were like, "What the hell are you talking about?" You don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, man. Man, I would spend whole evenings messaging people through the PlayStation Network, like, "Okay, meet me here at this spot." And okay, I'm going to give you this amount of money for this or whatever, and like
at Orlando, and let's trade some weapons.
Yeah, man. And there's always that caveat, like, hey, you better not backstab me and kill me and take my stuff.
There you go. I was so happy when I first learned how to backstab. I was like, I remember
I know parrying. When I learned
to parry,
I was happy.
When I first learned how to backstab, when I struck around somebody and stabbing in the back, when I was with Darkwood Forest. And I learned how to actually cheese it and get the dudes to hop off the cliff, and I could just keep going back and leveling up. I was like, man, this is awesome.
I have a video probably like 9 years ago.
Yeah. Of
me playing Dark Souls in the forest.
Yeah.
And it's still up. I think it got like.
I remember the first time we got into each other's game, and I died like as soon as you got there.
Yeah, as soon as I got there, Charles died.
Man, So my favorite place to PvP was I can't remember the name of it, but it's one of the biggest maps in the game, and it's like a Coliseum kind of atmosphere. But you go through several different buildings, and then there's this big courtyard where there's statues on either side of you, and then you go downstairs, and there's kind of like a mini boss down there.
The dude with the big.
Talk about Dark Souls 1 or Dark Souls? What's the name?
One. I think the one with he had a big shield, right?
Yes. Yep.
I know what you're talking about. It's like.
Man, I need to Google again.
Okay. You can let me know. I try to think of what level that in Dark. Like I know Dark Souls 1, like the back of my hand, so I'm trying to think about.
Okay, so it's the
I think about Demon Souls a little bit to that, but
it's the level where the archers, like you're having to go across this thin bridge, and there's the archers on.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, we're on the same page.
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about.
But so I like anytime you got somebody that was really being a pain in the butt in PvP, I would just lead them to an area I was really familiar with, especially where the archers were, and then you could because you have the advantage then. They have to come to you, and they have to come through the archers. They're already weakened, and then just one greatsword swipe, and they're done.
In retrospect, I think the best PvP was Dark Souls 3. I can't think of the level where you get the magic, the level where homeboy is up there teaching you magic, where the swamp, that's the best PvP. You know what I'm talking about, Dark Souls 3?
Before you go to the one boss that had the hat, right?
Yeah, before you the one that's like Logan, like the Logan, the Logan version of him in Dark Souls 3. All the games to me that I've been able to like, it's like it carries over, so they're all like Dark Souls 1 to 3 is more connected than Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 is totally different, but Dark Souls 3, that was the best level of like Dark Moon Basin, but in a different like swamp of fire.
But so remember in that level I was talking about, there was that area where you had to go down the ladder, and it was like water, and there was that kind of mini boss with the shield that Brian was talking about. So one day I was down there, and somebody spawned into me, and he's trying to kill me down there. And so I went back up the ladder, and this dude just sat on the ladder for like a half hour. And I'm like, okay, come on, get up here, because I'm standing there with my greatsword. I'm waiting for him. So he knows as soon as he comes up, he's done. So he just sat there for like a half hour. And
people tease all the time.
And you can't go down the ladder because he's going to start stabbing you. So you just got to wait. And so finally he gave up and he just jumped off and died. But like we were just like at it, like waiting for each other like a half hour. I'm like, come on, man. I'm like trying to hit him with bombs and.
Dark Souls is a game that can't be replicated. The whole everything about it was like just so fantastic. I started from Demon Souls. Man, I'll be right back. I got to the restroom. Unless you want to hop off. But hold on. Or
no, I can wait for you. I mean, unless okay.
All right. Brian is here. You can talk.
Yeah. Keep me occupied, Brian.
Okay. Were you into Breath of the Wild?
Oh man, so I don't own a Switch, but my stepson, my oldest stepson, he got a Switch, and I actually I got all the way to the end. I never beat it, but so I know that's not the right name. I want to say Gandalf, and that's Lord of the Rings. What's the last guy?
I think was it Ganon? Was it Ganon?
Ganon, that's what it is. So I got all the way to him, and then I just never really beat it, which is it's just kind of my pattern. Is I like to, I mean, what I typically do in any kind of RPG style game is I just keep leveling, because leveling is my favorite part of the game. It's just to get like godly. So I just kind of kept leveling and never really beat it. But that's a great game though.
Yeah, I understand that too. Sometimes I would just level up like God, and then I don't need to fight the last boss because I know it'd be easy because I'm so high up in level.
Right, exactly. Like that was my approach to Skyrim years ago too. I mean, I forget what the last dragon's name is, the final boss. But I mean, I got to a point where all my stuff was enchanted and all that kind of crap, and so I killed the final dragon in 2 hits. So it was such a joke.
Yeah, I'm a Skyrim. I played Skyrim like it was.
I remember.
Crazy. I modded Skyrim. I came through, played it with Iron Man armor. I love Skyrim. I think that
man.
The Dragonborn. I think that the only real problem with Skyrim is the random encounters. Like it was just the same cliche thing. You understand what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
So they're supposed to be like random. Like no matter what you beat the game, you're supposed to still keep going because it's gonna be like different random encounters. If you get all the downloaded content, you're supposed to play. You get the vampires, you got this, but it's like the same old thing, and it becomes corny.
Well, I mean, I think personally, I mean, it's an issue and it's not, because that's kind of my thing. Like I was just telling Brian, like I love the leveling up process and just getting ridiculous. But
Yes,
I think Skyrim allowed for too much of that. I mean, you could get
I agree. You can be perfect at everything.
yeah,
Everything.
you could get so powerful that like nothing could even touch you. I mean, there was almost no reason to play anymore.
Yeah, I've done that. I've like leveled, maxed out. You can max out. You can actually, like, I forgot what it is. You take your points away, add it to something else, and start back over. But if you know how to smith and do alchemy, you can just keep building, level it up instantly, because it don't take you that long to max out, and then reset it and put it in something else. So you can be perfect at everything.
Well, I mean, I forget the name of the spell or whatever that you would enchant your armor with, but I remember there was a spell that you could enchant your armor with that would damage your opponent when they hit you. And
Yes.
so I had a whole set that did that, and so I could just stand there and stuff would die. It was,
Yeah.
yeah.
The whole thing is you can learn any, like, okay, if you get any item in Skyrim, you can break it down and learn the enchantment, then enchant your stuff with it. So
Yeah.
anything, and you could be omnipotent. You can be like super. You can be God in the game. Like nobody can kill you, nobody can hurt you. It's like it's ridiculous.
Like
dude.
Neo.
And you're not going to, like, you just you play the game just to see if you miss any mission. But once you play every mission, it's just like, what am I doing this for? Got all the money in the world, got all the elements, everything. It's like, but it was great. But they still haven't made. That's what's crazy. How can they still haven't came up with the Skyrim, the Elder Scrolls 6, but they're going to come out with they will come out with Grand Theft Auto 6 before they come up with Elder Scrolls 6. That's crazy if you think about it.
Yeah, true. So going back in time a little bit, but this is still personally my favorite. And I guess it was probably because that was my first introduction to Bethesda. But Morrowind, man, that was my jam for a long time. Like I don't know how many hours I played that, but way too much.
And I did not know that you were a geek. And he did say we have more in common than we thought. You already knew this, and I didn't know this, but he knew this. He peeped it out, and I didn't peep it out. But now we know we're brothers from another mother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I don't know if you remember. So like way early in the Morrowind experience, it's like the second or third town you come to, and I remember there was this glass hammer, which was like at the time that's like the most powerful weapon you could find in the area. And so I would like take my time to steal that every time I would play through a new game, because then it like gives you such a huge advantage. And of course it's glass, so it's going to break eventually. But I mean, for a while you're ridiculous, like way more powerful than you could ever be.
Yeah.
It's like in this lizard lady's house, and so you have to wait till she fell asleep, and then you sneak in and steal it. That was the goal. That was the goal every playthrough.
I had to play. You know what? I've never really played Oblivion all the way through. Like certain games I want to play that I've never played all the way through. Oblivion is one, and I have never played Fallout New Vegas. Like there's games I've played. Like you make me just think about things about Bethesda that I haven't played. Like I'm a gamer geek. I keep forgetting because I'm just like.
I keep forgetting.
Not in love. But the game that you brought up, Breath of the Wild. You never played Breath of the Wild?
Oh, yeah. No, I did. Yeah, I played it all the way to the end, but I never beat.
Yeah,
Brian corrected me. I said games.
That's one of the
I know
games
that's
that
not right.
messed me up too. Breath of the Wild really messed me up.
I had it before you. I was like, dude, knowing how you love Zelda, you need to play it as soon as possible. And it took you probably a month.
It took me longer than a month. I know that. It took me a long time.
Oh, okay.
I don't. Let me tell you a lie. I don't like Zelda. I don't care about the game. I don't care about Zelda. I would never wear Zelda T-shirts or Zelda socks.
And now look at him.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild is one of the dopest games I ever played in my life.
I think so too.
Just dope. Like it's a game that you can just enjoy It's a beautiful effing game where you can just play it and just go through it like, wow, this is just awesome.
So honestly, Charles, I agree with you because like the early Zelda games were not for me, and I played all of them, like at least a part of them anyway. Mm-hmm. And it just, to me, they were all too tedious and kind of boring, and it just didn't do it for me. And so then when the 64 versions came along, those were a little more entertaining, but still not really my thing. Breath of the Wild was a whole new experience, though. I mean, it was a much bigger world and much more open RPG kind of style which is what I like compared to the old games.
What was those dudes on the horses? I couldn't stand them. But what was it?
Lionels?
Yeah, they had it was like a
Lion face. But you talking about Lionels? But I agree with him. Breath of the Wild was the most Dark Souls like Zelda. They really made it like, whoa, that you can go anywhere, do anything, and it's an adventure. It's like really, yeah.
But you like the one? What was the one I had it on the GameCube? It was one.
Oh, Twilight. Oh no. My favorite before Breath of the Wild was the Wind Waker.
Yeah,
the Wind Waker was off the chain.
Yeah, but see, I played it for hours, but I just did not fell off. But Breath of
the Wild
was
as good as Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild was something so totally different.
Yeah.
So dude, Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild kicked Skyrim in the butt. Like, how can you make a world? It's bigger. The map is actually bigger than Skyrim. It was humongous. Like, dude, Breath of the Wild was dope, and it was like you could do whatever. And it's like it's a whole free to do. The first. I don't want to say it is, but in other games it's probably free. But Breath of the Wild is really free to do whatever you want to do. You go travel. There's no locked in. You don't get trapped in those things. You can just walk out of any map.
I was disappointed when I reached that invisible wall. It took a minute to get there. Yes. But there are invisible walls.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh my God, okay. I'm still happy because it was so far, but I'm like, okay, I finally reached the invisible wall.
So like we were talking about with Skyrim, like, I mean, you can get to that point in Breath of the Wild where you're really crazy, but you never get to a point where you're invincible. I mean, there's still things that can hurt you.
You never get invisible in Breath of the Wild. Never. Yeah. I agree. I'm perfectly wrong.
Like Skyrim just got to a point where it was just like you don't even need to try anymore. You could just stand there and do nothing, and you're still fine.
Yeah, Skyrim is like once you play Skyrim, you probably played get to a point where you can discover everything. It's not that impressive anymore because you're not gonna find out new secrets. Like you put in mods into the game, it's absolutely boring. Or Breath of the Wild, it's
well. I mean, the thing is though, is that I never even played Skyrim with mods because you don't need to. Like
right?
What I mean, what the game allows you to do, just the way it's designed, is way too much. I mean, with enchantments and stuff on armor and weapons, you can do so much that it's just. I mean, you are just this relentless, godlike creature that cannot be stopped.
You did it. Pour me a little bit of the Wizard Pig. I want to compare because
what are we comparing to?
I'm bringing Seagrass right now, the Seagrass Rye, and I'm asking him to pour me some Wizard Pig, but he's like a butthole. He wants me to spill everything on the table because he didn't have it. I got it. It's okay. I'm not gonna spill nothing. I'm just hold on for a second, Sean.
No problem. Hey, I'm not in any hurry, man. So am I right in saying we still have no viewers?
We have one. Somebody's watching.
Oh, see, I can't see that. I don't know where I'm supposed to be looking, but I can't see where our viewers are. Anyway,
somebody's watching. Somebody always feel like somebody watching me.
Well, thank you for that one viewer. We appreciate you.
Here we do. Yeah, it's not me. It's not you. Somebody's watching.
Now, so the reason I was asking, and hopefully our one viewer isn't offended, but I was curious as to what your guys' thoughts are about your current recall situation with your governor.
Okay, I'll speak about that. I've read everything that they had to put out. I try not to vilify somebody. I try not to say I understand why they may want to, but it doesn't matter to me because it's a year. So if he goes away in 2023 and somebody else replaces him, it's cool. You're gonna have me say some good political. I'm saying real, like.
Well, I knew it was a loaded question going in. So
you did good. But you did good. I'm telling the truth. And people gonna hate me for this, but if I had to pick somebody, even though I don't like them, Larry Elder said some good things. I feel bad to say that, but he said some good things. But other than that, I don't know nobody else. So who are you gonna try to replace him? If I could choose, I'd rather stick out, Gavin Newsom because I don't know anybody else. But if I had to pick somebody, it would be Larry Elder. But I don't agree with everything that he says because I have certain differences on him, but not everything, just certain things. And it's not a negative thing. So since you asked me, I talk about it. And what I feel about Gavin Newsom, since you want to go political, I will go there. As the governor of the state, you have to make sure that you take care of your constituents, or people who are. I'm probably using the right words. People that are under you, and I'm gonna be quiet because anything else I'm gonna say is gonna be detrimental. Because I don't know him, and I don't have any animosity to him. But certain.
Well, okay. So I guess this is my question, because this is the experience that I don't have, because I don't live in that state. All I know is what is reported on the news, and I don't really necessarily trust that. So from firsthand experience, what are you guys experiencing in California? I guess that's really what my question is.
You got to elaborate on that question because it's too general. It's not specific. So what do you mean?
Okay.
Like in California, life is how it is. So cost of living, is that really on the governor, or is it on the individuals who chooses to charge people prices for rent and for homelessness?
Right.
People can move to other states and get jobs. So is that really on the state? Like, how can you force people to move where they don't want to move? So I don't put that on the state. What I do put on the state is taxes. People don't want to pay outrageous taxes. People don't want to pay for things they don't think is necessary for their life. Like they don't want to pay for. People talk about infrastructure, right? But people don't want to pay that. Whose responsibility is to educate children? Is it on the state or is it on the parents? So a lot of people, I'm gonna say some wrong things. Sean did this, but I think it's more. I think it's more on the individual to teach their kids. I agree. It's not on the state. So like, I'm. You did good, but I'm gonna be honest. I am more Republican in certain views because I don't think that we should pay more taxes. I think every parent should be responsible for their kids. Train your kids. You don't put it on your school. Sometimes you got to sacrifice your indulgences. Like I make one drink whiskey, but if I have children, I got to cut off my whiskey and educate my kids and pay for my kids. And so I understand why people be like, "Why are you trying to charge us more? Make it more like a citizen should I have to pay that?" That's me being an ass. I'm trying to get it.
Well, if I can interrupt you for a second, Charles, I don't think that that's being an ass or being asinine, or I think to me that just seems logical. It seems logical to me that a parent or parents should be responsible for teaching their children. That's not really the job of the state or the government or the school board or, I mean, I think really any good society starts in the home, because I don't think teachers are necessarily qualified to teach your kids how to be good citizens. That's not really their job.
I tried to hold it back. I'm holding back the reasons. I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to be nice. I think you already knew what I thought before I said it, but he gave me into this. I think he said, "Yeah." So I.
Well, I mean,
how did he know?
Well, I mean, okay, because like I said, on your other channel, I've watched some of your kind of free thought videos, I guess you would call them. Here's my thing: is that I feel like most people probably feel that way because it's a very natural way to think. I mean, I think it's kind of obtuse or weird to think that someone else is responsible for raising your children, or that someone else should correct society. Well, no, because I mean, it starts in the home. I mean, it has to. Where else could it possibly start? I mean, if you are under the impression that society is responsible for raising your kids, that seems pretty delusional to me.
I agree with you. I'm gonna dive in deep. We're gonna edit this video. If you want me to dive in, I will. Don't dive in. Okay, he's talking either. I would go hard. You don't know how hard I really want to go. I suck back a lot. But I'm saying this without me being crazy. I think a lot of people want people to take care of them. I want help. I'm human. I want help. But I don't. you owe me that. So a lot of people get mad. Well, that's the problem. It's not that. Listen, I would love to win $1 million. I would love somebody to just give me $1 billion tomorrow. But if they don't, I can't be angry at that. And people are angry about stuff they haven't. Listen, life is not fair. Somebody else has advantages. I'm not mad. I'm not going to hate on them because I don't have the same advantages. Listen, I wish my parents were billionaires that could give me a concrete job, but life is not fair. So should I hate on them because they have $1 billion? I'm not hating on you. I'm mitigating it. Listen, life is not fair. Change your habit and achieve it. There you go. Because they give you the opportunity. Listen,
but you know, quick thought on your parents being billionaires thing. I don't know that that's objectively better than not being a billionaire. And here's what I mean. So, like, take the Kardashians for instance. These are wealthy people, or take anybody that's kind of in that.
I got you. Continue.
I don't know that those people who are definitely wealthy have turned out to be better citizens. I don't think that's true.
You and I are on the same page. I want you to finish.
Yeah. So I think personally, I think appreciating what you have and doing the best you can with what you have and appreciating what is given to you makes for a better citizen than having a rich parent that gave you millions or billions of dollars. Personal. That's my.
Okay. I agree. First, I agree with you totally. This is where my liberal side, my compassionate side. I'm being honest because I'm gonna say this. I don't know if you're a good or bad. I'm not trying to. This is me, my empathy. I don't know if you're a good or bad person because I don't know you. I agree with you, but I'm just saying I try my best never to say they're not a good people because I don't know them personally. That's all. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
However, I agree with you. I'm just making that statement because that's my softness. It's like, truthfully, in my brain, I might think you're a horrible person. I never want to be like you, but I don't know you, so maybe you're a good person. Maybe I'm misjudging you, but I agree with what Sean said because most people that I see that come from affluence aren't good people, and I could be wrong to say that because they're selfish, mean. But I'm not knocking them for that. You know, I'm not mad at you for that. But I can't, I'm not jealous of you. Because if your parents did it or you did it, then why can't I do it? And there's nothing stopping. If that's something that's not giving me the same opportunity to compete, as long as I can compete, I have a fair shot. And that's what my thing is. People act like they don't have the fair shot to compete. You got a chance to compete. We could compete, right? Yeah. So listen, there's somebody out here got 1 million subscribers. I got 0, if that's what it was. I can still compete. They're not nothing that they made. I can do it, and that's where I'm sorry, bro.
No. This is good, Charles.
Yeah, but that's a lot of people won't help. They won't just give it to them.
Give it to them.
Just give it to me. Listen, no, you are I don't know nothing about you. I just know either good or bad as a person when I interact with you. I'm not looking at you and say he's a bad person. I don't know. I just know when to interact with you. Too many people go look at somebody and say they're bad. You don't even know them. So how can I judge somebody I don't know? I'm not. And why'd you take me here? He's doing it. I'm trying to hold back. I'm trying to be.
No. So here's the thing, Charles. So I'm going to just say what my overall umbrella of thought is, and this may get me in trouble. I don't know. But it's fine because I'm not going to change the way I think just because someone disagrees. So my personal thought is overall is that I think that the majority of people try to do the best that they can with what
I agree with you.
Whatever that may be, whatever their circumstances are. I think most people are doing the best they can with that. I think there's this small minority fringe group that is pushing agendas that do not necessarily benefit the majority. But the problem is that has become the majority of the narrative that we see in the news. And so there's this disconnect between what reality is and what the news is saying we need. And I don't think that I wish more people would stand up for what they actually believe in instead of pandering to what we think we should believe because we're being told that's what we should believe.
I agree with you. I'm gonna say this.
I agree too.
I try not to say it. I'm sick of everybody's not a victim. You're not a victim. You're not. You choose your life. Dude, I could not get a job. I could live on the street, but I still can achieve. I'm not a victim. The society didn't do this to me. I'm not saying that I could have horrible parents and I could have been.
But after a while, you got to be like.
I still got to say I can make a change. You can't blame them.
Yeah, you got to be like, I can. Okay.
I'm gonna make a joke. Can I make a joke? Sean, I love you, but I don't like you, bro, because you took me here. I wasn't trying to go here. I'm holding this back. I'm
go for it.
No, I agree with you. I agree with nothing you said that I disagree with. I tried. Like I want to be an empathetic dude that they understand, but I hate.
A lot of people are the P word. Can we say that?
I'm just being quiet.
A lot of people.
Let me sip on the whiskey. I'm just gonna go on whiskey.
No,
a lot of people. Sean is. I agree with Sean. Everything Sean said, I agree with. I don't disagree.
The pity party.
I don't disagree with you on anything. Trust me. I try to hold it back, and I'm gonna probably put this on private because I'm not. I can't be the phony Charles I want to be. But I agree with everything you said. If you really listen to me enough, you would probably know it. I just try to hold it back. I do try my best.
So see, that's the thing, Charles, is that there are subtleties in the things that people speak about that can tell you how they view the world. And that's why I watched you enough. I mean, it took
I feel like you view it. Trust me.
Yeah. I mean, because I took a while before I reached out to you, and because I wanted to see what you were about, mainly just because I know that there are people on YouTube that I would not agree with fundamentally because we're so far apart that a live stream would not.
We agree more than you know. I try to hold it back. It's a reason I try.
Yeah,
but you're putting me out. I'm trying to pull out. You're trying to pull me back in. I try to keep it quiet. I don't disagree with most people. They think what I disagree with is getting people to do what they don't want to do. So a lot of people try to change people. I don't want to change. Do you? Just do it over there. There you go. Do you over there? I don't agree, but I ain't gonna tell you to change. Just stay away from me. You're very good. You know what I mean?
Most people want you to change.
Yeah, I ain't trying to change nobody.
Most people want to change you.
And see what Brian just said right there. That's the issue that I have with what we see as this majority of media coverage we're seeing today. Is that there's these agendas are being pushed on us, and we're like told this is what you have to believe now.
I agree with you. Trust me, we argue this all the time. Okay, America is supposed to be about freedom, but they don't want freedom. You don't want freedom. You want people to be just follow everybody else. Oh my God. Oh.
Yeah.
I make a lot of jokes. I tell some like we talk. I'm a dude. Just shake your head. Say no. I won't. But I want to. Brian told me no.
It's live. We can make another live and then put it.
Stuff I really want to say. We talked about the conversation when I came here.
Yeah. I mean, let's not get too controversial because, like Brian's saying, we don't want to we don't want to get kicked off YouTube. So
no, we won't get kicked off YouTube.
We did have a conversation briefly before he came here. You know how to go there.
I'm gonna try.
I can.
I'm gonna try.
Get in trouble.
Okay. I made a joke in one of my videos. I said, "Okay, I'm gonna ask questions. This is not gonna be good."
Well, just know, Charles. Whatever the question is, I'm gonna answer it honestly.
Okay.
So.
I'm trying to hold it back. I'm trying.
No. Let. See, that's the thing is that I don't think we need to do that anymore. We need to stop holding it back. Let's be honest with it.
Have you ever heard the term? Okay. I don't like you. I love you, but I don't like you. You're dragging this out of me, man. I try my best not to go here. So, have you heard the term agender? I'm asking the question. Agender. Have you heard that term before? Agender.
Yes.
Okay. You heard the term binary before, right?
Yeah. So
I'm confused when I listen to people speak, and I'm not saying nothing negative. I'm trying my best not to. Okay. If you say that I'm a gender woman, that doesn't make sense, does it?
Okay. So you asked, this is the question, right? So I'm going to answer it as a question.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a very scientific mind. I look to science to prove things.
We think the same. You don't got to go no farther. I already understand.
Well, no, I'm going to because I don't care.
You answered the question when you said, I was talking to mine. Answer the question.
So what does science tell us about biology?
There's men and women. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. So we have two genders, and those are exclusive. There's only two. There's only ever been two. There's never been more than two. We're not going to have more than two in the future because.
You and I agree. You and I agree.
Now, I guess you could say, if you want to really push the boundaries, you could say that there is a third gender, and by that I mean there's asexuality, but that does not apply to humans because asexual.
He told me where I go every.
We went there earlier.
Yeah, I go here all the time. He already knew it. He knew it. That's why he did it.
But
I try to be sneaky and say it, but I do.
So. But we know what life forms asexuality applies to. It's not us. We cannot reproduce on our own.
There you go.
We need a male and a female. That's the only way reproduction happens. So and the thing is, we can fight biology all we want. If we want to push, mainstream media wants to push these new ideas that there's this rainbow of different genders, you can do that. But it's not. It doesn't make any sense. It's not fact. It's not scientific. So
I agree with you 1,000%. I try to hide that because I don't do it well.
So here's the thing: is that like we're starting to live in this fantasy world. It's like if someone came along and said, "Well, I'm a giraffe now." Yeah. Okay.
I'm a tree.
I
said that in my life. I did. I said I'm a tree.
I mean, and the thing is you have the right to say that. You can say that, and that's fine.
I'm a tree.
I'm a giraffe today, and tomorrow I might be a gorilla, and maybe tomorrow, the day after that, I'll be a lion. But the thing is that none of those statements are true. It doesn't matter how much you believe them; they're not true.
He has been listening. I appreciate you more than you know. Thank you. I'm mad at you, but I'm happy for you just saying. Yeah, I'm gonna put it over. I'm joking. But
hey, we got a response in chat. There's somebody listening to our nonsense. Thank you, RS Matrix. I guess is how you read that.
He got it. Part of the problem is the platforms force you to conform to their insanity. He already knows. Cause I say it a lot.
Yeah.
You already know. I'm not telling nobody what to think. You go, but a lot of stuff is crazy, delusional. It's really weird, and I don't want to offend people, but listen, we talked about this earlier.
Hold on, real quick. My dragon is outside. I'm about to head out to the store to go pick up some.
And I'm a tree. I just don't get it. We can accept if I told you that. We can accept that if I told you I'm a woman, I feel like a woman. You can accept that.
But don't make me.
Exactly.
I don't like you. Sean, I love, but I don't like because he knew this. He already knew. You knew you were talking to the person you could talk to who would co-sign you. I agree with you. I try to keep it private. I put it out subtly. I tell you, a lot of stuff you over people's heads. If they listen to what I'm saying, they'll get what I'm thinking. And I'm not dissing them. You can go be whatever you are.
I want to get in trouble, guys. I want some Christmas present from Santa Claus this year.
I will stop. I'm not going to go no deeper.
Talk about that.
We should not.
I believe in Santa Claus. And
all right. Well,
I could get a gift this year.
I'm glad I'm inebriated, but I'm not too inebriated, so I didn't go too left. Because you imagine if I was really like, I'd have said some crazy stuff.
So Brian, while you wait for your Christmas presents from Santa, I'm gonna go ride my unicorn. All right. So
unicorn exists.
Hey, remember that movie, The Last Unicorn?
I love it.
I love it, and I believe in
put them all in the ocean. Yes.
So
Transformers are real. And I am them.
We all deserve trophies.
I'm them. It's not just me. I'm not just. I'm them. I'm them. I'm more than one.
All this good whiskey deserves trophies.
I'm sorry.
All of them. That's it, man. So
why did you make that joke? That's one that I can't stand. Everybody doesn't deserve it. Everybody doesn't win. We lose. Everybody doesn't win. Well, you can't say that. Sometimes I will be a loser. I will lose.
Everybody.
You beat me. Does that not make sense? You can't tell
You're better at me right now. You know what I'm
saying?
So, you go harder to be better, or you just take that loss?
Well, I mean, so see, and that's a whole another issue with our society. So we're rewarding failure.
Yeah,
is what we're doing.
Dude.
And so
you need to. We're gonna stop. You need to come to my regular Charles Give My Three. If we can have this conversation, I would love for you to hop on that.
So okay, so here's my thought. Just before we get too far, Charles, I think I mean, and I feel this honestly. I feel like this kind of discussion could do very well on YouTube as long as we stay within the boundaries, and we know what those boundaries are.
We did it. Right now, we kept it within the boundary. We didn't go too crazy.
Yeah, I mean, because I think that this kind of free thought forum is important, and I think that a lot of people would enjoy it. It's just that, and I'm not trying to throw race in here, but I think especially because when people see that what we suppose are two polarized races right now can agree on things. I think that's a powerful statement because the media is telling us the opposite, that black and white can't agree on things, right? That white people are oppressing black people, so there's no way they can agree on things. Well, I like to prove the opposite of that.
Well, let me play the victim. I'm very oppressed. I'm oppressed because.
Hold on, let me go get my let me go get my violin.
Dude,
I gotta say,
even though I don't know my great grandfather, somehow your great grandfather stopped me from doing what I'm doing right now, talking to you. I'm oppressed. I'm joking.
I got a foot on my neck.
Dude, I'm gonna put my foot on your neck. I'm joking.
So
I agree with you. At that point, today it doesn't matter. Yesterday it doesn't matter. What matters is right now. So what can you do right now?
Right.
Nothing stops you from right now.
Well, and so
had a felony. I could be in prison yesterday. What's stopping me today? They don't gotta hire me. They don't gotta hire me.
Even more so now. You got the internet. You got ways to make money.
People want to be the victims all the time.
People in the
I'm sorry, dude. I agree with you on that. I agree with you that. I agree.
People that was in prison who got out and made good money, right? We've seen
first.
All kind of people.
Let's time this out. Life is not fair. Yeah. Somebody's gonna be screwed. I get that. I wanted Holly Berry. She didn't date me. Boo hoo.
You know what, Charles?
She dated me. Or
same here.
Or anyone.
Holly Berry was my girl for so long, and she never reached out. I tried texting her. I tried to contact her over the internet.
I didn't know we was this deep, but it's even better now.
He told me. I didn't even catch on. He did suddenly tell me, Charles, I checked you out. We agree more than we disagree. I don't like him.
I have one question. I want to respond to RS Matrix here. I don't know how to go about doing that.
Just talk. Did he hear you? Whatever you say.
Yeah, I guess I can just do it that way. I love this comment. It's your great grandfather's fault I suck at video games.
It's true. That's true.
That is true oppression right there. Sucking at video games.
Hey, I never try to hate on other people. I try to, but I don't care what happened yesterday. I don't care what my parents went through. It's me, right? That's not stopping me. Life is not fair. It's somebody in India that will never live in America. Life ain't fair. So I'm supposed to say, oh my God, they came from India. They're not gonna get American benefits. Let me give up half of my money and give it. Truthfully, I'm thinking, screw them. Get your ass to America like everybody else got to get here. I'm sorry, how I got here doesn't matter. But somebody else made it. You can make it too. Yeah. But they want you to always feel sympathy for other people. I do feel empathy somewhat. Like, I get it. I get people get done wrong, but we can't worry about that. We got to make the world the best we can today and change it. You can still come. You can still compete. Life is not fair. I wasn't born with the Kardashians. I don't have to. I'm not mad at Kim. Check your big ass booty. I don't care. Marry Kanye. I got to step to you, and hopefully I get to that level. But now I'm a hater because we suffer. Listen, I want every. Listen, this is the truth. I want every free thing that I can get. I do. I want that, but I don't deserve it. But if you give it to me, I'm gonna take it. Yeah. But I'm not mad at somebody else for having advantages I didn't have because life is not fair. There's somebody else that's born with no eyes. So I'd be, let me take my eyes out too so we can be equal. I don't care. You blind. I'm not blind. I'm sorry. I love you.
So
I don't like
quick,
this dude. He took me here. My jokes are done. I'm done. I'm not gonna say anything else.
so quick thought on the free giveaways that we got going on right now. You know,
Why did he take me here? Go make this Friday. I'm joking. I'm joking.
No. I think this is what whiskey does best: is open up conversations.
But I was gonna be like this regardless, whiskey or not. I'm still saying this.
But so what I was going to say.
People are scared of me. They don't want to talk to me. I will say the same thing regardless, sober, drunk.
Well, so here's one thing. Here's one that you may have not considered, though, Charles, is that you have a little more freedom to say the things. And I know it doesn't.
I know exactly what you mean. I did consider.
Okay.
That. I totally get what you mean. I totally get what you mean.
In our current state, anyway.
Trust me. I understand what you meant. You express yourself well, and it's true.
Now that with that said, that doesn't hold me back from saying anything. But I'm just saying you have a little more freedom to say what you want.
I can get away with it.
Yeah,
we have a culture that is like that. It's you could say something that will get you killed. I could say something about he's one of us. That's the sadness of the world we live in, and I just test that because people should never say something that somebody else can't say. I hate that.
Okay, we had this conversation about lyrics. Okay, let's say if you went to let's just say an NWA concert, and they flowing their lyrics. Every race in that stadium should be able to say
the same
exactly
thing. The same thing.
What the artist is saying.
Not gonna happen though. Not gonna happen.
Because you would get beat the hell up. But it's wrong because that's not. I can listen, but I can act like I don't. Like we want a world of fakeness and phoniness where we don't accept people, and that's what I don't like about the world in general. Is because everyone wants to be fake instead of being real. Listen, I don't get offended by anything that anyone says. Words will never make me touch you. You have to physically touch me for me to touch you back.
Right.
So I'm never going to use I try my best not to use words that are somebody else can't use. So I changed my language when I became educated to not use words that somebody else can't use because I don't want people to ever feel like they're not a part of the team. We're all humans first. No matter what. People want to separate. Well, dude, everybody bleeds. Everybody eats.
Go
ahead, man. You got me.
So to the point you were just making, Charles, I absolutely agree. And because when I was growing up, I grew up poor, just to be, and my two best friends growing up were two young black men by the name of El Ray and Curtis. Now, El Ray was very, very open with using the N-word. Now, he used it jokingly. Like when he would come over, he would say, "Hey, my,"
I got you.
And that's how he would greet me. And that would just became a joke because obviously I'm not of that skin color. But that's how he would greet me as a joke. Now, this went on for years, and then we were at a church gathering, and he greeted me that same way. And there was an older black woman that was there. She was in her 80s, and she overheard him say that. And she took great offense to that. Because to her, it meant something completely different. It was not a joke. And so that experience really changed the way that I viewed that word because it made me understand the gravity of it because it's not the same for everybody. Even though today it may be used very casually, especially in rap lyrics or otherwise. For a long time, it was not that. And so for that reason, I don't know that it's necessarily good for anybody to use it because it's like if we made a mockery of any other tragedy in history, like if we made a mockery of the Nazis oppressing the Jews and killing.
Ask Brian how much I discussed this with him.
Yeah, a lot.
Can I say you should never use any word that would be taken derogatory about anyone? And I make analogies that any other group use those words colloquially, like you said earlier, in conversation. They don't. It's not part of their everyday vernacular. So if you're going to if somebody can use a word that somebody else can't use, then don't use the word ever.
I agree with you.
And that's my thoughts. But I can't change the whole collective because they want to feel. But for the victim and feel special.
Yeah.
It's victim. So I can use it, but you can't use it.
Choose one. For me, I've seen every race use the word calling.
Yeah, because calling
someone who is not the color that word.
Right.
So
I
it's
agree with you. I agree with you.
like two-
But that's why I'm saying that you should remove the use of the word. Like if you say something that's anti-Semitic, right? They're not going to tolerate that. So if you want respect on that level, just don't use the word. So somebody say that you can say this slanderous, but if you use it normally, if you use it in your everyday vernacular, if you use it colloquially, how can you ever say that it's inappropriate because you use it all the time? So you right there, you talk about no discrimination, but then you want to discriminate. That's the misconception. People talk about they want equality, but they don't want equality. They want to separate. They want to say you can say this, but you can't say this. That's wrong. So if you want a fair society, then say everybody can't say this, and then it's all good.
Yeah, but don't say you want
equality when you don't want equality. You want to be special snowflake. You want to be I'm the victim.
Exactly.
I don't like
so
not laughing, but he could have.
Because he knows.
Yeah, I don't. He pushed me here.
Sean, we on the same page, man.
I love all people. I love.
Here's the thing: is that like I said this earlier, but I really feel like most people are on the same page. I don't think it's a race.
So. I do.
I don't think it's a race thing. I don't think it's an economic thing. I think if you polled people, if people were being honest and you had them, one-on-one like this, and you were talking to them and you were asking them about their real ideas, how they feel about things, I think what we would really see is that most people feel this way. I don't think that what we're talking about is a minority kind of thought.
I agree with you 1,000%. I can't disagree with you.
One of my favorite writers, Clive Barker, who made Candyman, which is out today. The story. He said something that most people can get along once they forget about or don't put how they felt in the past or their race and in it.
Right.
Just be. Most people will just get along, not caring about their preferences of sex or just be. Most people will get along. I'm
gonna say something totally wrong. You already know. This is crazy for me to say this publicly, but it's not no craziness if people know me. I should say most, but I have a lot of friends that are really close to me, like brothers close, and they're not from my same ethnic group I'm just telling you. So I would never choose somebody else over them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Humanity over.
I choose my humanity and people that show me love over anything else.
Yep.
So if you show me love, I'm gonna show you love. You're good to me, I'm good to you. I don't care what your culture is. I don't care what your ethnicity is. I don't care what your race is. I care about people that are good to me. That's it. And everybody else trying to pander some other stuff that's irrelevant. All I care about is are you a good human being to me? Are you good to other people? Are you fair? I don't know your situation, but did they do something mean to you? Were they malignant to you? Were they malevolent to you? Then I can accept that. But if you don't love somebody because of how good they were, but they don't look like I'm cool. I don't need you. Stay away from me. I like good people. I just want good people around me, and I'm gonna show you love and show me love. I'm never gonna dislike somebody based off their physical appearance, not initially. You got to of course, I'm a human, so I find some things more attractive than others, but I'm not gonna treat you bad because of the way you look, because you could be a good person. If I see that your spirit is good, I'm gonna love you regardless of how you look. So you can be 7,000 pounds, but you nice, I'm gonna be nice to you. I might not want to connect with you physically, but I'm gonna still treat you like Sean or like Brian.
Well, I mean, about this, the color of if you dating outside the race, I don't care.
That doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense to me. Don't even go there with me.
I don't care. You can be
love who you want to love, kiss who you want to kiss.
Exactly.
I'm cool. I may be conservative when it comes to what I really would like with men and women getting together. But if you are a woman and you want to do a woman, go over there and give it a woman. I'm not gonna hate on you. I don't want that. Yeah. But I'm not mad at you for being trying to hear what you want. Just me. That's weird to me. I think it's strange. It doesn't make no sense.
But you should be able to say that, and that's the problem.
And not hurt you. I'm not hurt. I'm not gonna stop you. Just do it over there. I don't like you, Sean. You see, you took this. You did all this, but you already knew. Before I said it, you knew all this, didn't you? Say yes.
I mean, to a degree, yeah. I mean, I had a good feeling as to where you were, kind of as far as thoughts and things like that. I mean, because I'm trying to figure out a way to say this nicely.
It's okay. I lost subscribers.
There's
you took me very private. I lost subscribers. Is good though.
Well, let's hope not. But I mean, but there's a specific kind of thought process that comes from, I don't know how else to describe it. Liberalism or the left, that's kind of disjointed from logic. And everything I've seen from you is very logical. So I had a pretty good idea. I had a pretty good idea as to where you kind of, where your ideology was, and kind of what your thought process was because of how you approach things. Because a typical, now I'm generalizing, so if anyone's watching that might be offended by this, I apologize. I'm not trying to categorize you, but in general, I find that, and now, okay, let me say this first, then I'll continue. I am politically neutral, and I really mean that. And what I mean by that is, what I mean by that is that I mean literally, I do not vote. I've never voted.
Understood. I totally get it. Continue.
I'm not going to vote in the future. There's not a single candidate, not a single candidate ever that could come along. They'll be like, that's the guy for me. Nope.
Do I not say the same thing? Trust me, I agree with you.
Anyway, so that's where I stand politically, and I always will. Now, with that said, the current left liberal party, we seem to be avoiding facts and logic and going towards emotions. And I don't know how useful that is in a society. I think it's more detrimental than it is useful. I think that facts is where we need to be grounded. So let's get back to those, and then we can start having a functioning society again.
I agree with you. I don't disagree. If you read the chat, my brother Horace Matrix said the same thing. He said, I vote out of spite and opting for joke candidates. I agree. We all think, all of us think the same. I try my best to never push any type of ideology on people. Do you?
We got the whiskey wiggle. All right, so if you don't mind, Charles, I'll address this real quick. So I want to be clear, whiskey wiggle. I am not a Trump fan. I actually find it, how can I say this nicely? It's painful to listen to him talk.
We don't disagree. We talked about this before.
Now,
non-presidential.
Now, with that said,
I think he'd be the most fun person ever to hang out with as a president.
I understand your view on it. You told me to look at it a different way. He's not presidential, but he'd be fun to hang out with.
If you want to have whiskey and drink with him, I think no president would be more fun than Donald Trump. Just to hang out and drink some whiskey and just not care. But he is non-presidential. I agree with that statement. It's not hate on him. It's just saying he's not presidential. Because you got to have a certain level of decorum that even sometimes I lack. That's just my belief.
We've got a dispute going. But anyway, all right. So boys, before we get too far in the chat here,
because people was hitting it up. As Mitchell said, he said Biden and Clinton are more painful to listen to talk. Them talk. I agree.
I agree 100% with that.
But I think Clinton was fun. Clinton was fun. Clinton was fun. I didn't know those sexual relations.
I'm falling asleep.
I didn't know those sexual relations. No, he was fingers all up in that.
but to our folks in the chat, instead of here's what I want to say to you guys. Instead of trying to pick sides, I think we really need to stop doing that. I don't think that's wise. I don't think it leads to anything useful. Now, I'm just some guy on the internet, so I know I don't really matter that much as far as a thought process. But I really think it's important that we stop trying to choose left and right and Democrat and Republican, and let's figure out what's actually best for humanity. Because
I agree with. He already knew this. I'm messing with you.
I agree.
This dude, I'm gonna make a joke. Whiskey Wars probably had studied me, and he knew I agree with like 1,000. Like he knew before he spoke to go here because we agreed totally, absolutely, 1,000%. It's no different. It's no deviation. It's no separate. I agree with everything he said. I'm a humanity first and what's best for us all. That's it. That's all the whole thing. I don't care about left or right. I don't care about Democrat, Republican. I don't care about conservative or liberal. I don't care about none of that. I do, but most people don't even understand the definitions of the words they're talking about. Do you know what conservative means? It means resistance to total change. You want it to be the same all the time. And most people are not conservative. I mean, they're not. But they're not.
I agree with you.
They're not. They don't know. You know,
I would, if I had to guess, I would say most people would qualify themselves as old school liberals.
I agree with you.
Now, what I mean by that, I mean we're going way back. I mean, it's hard to. It's probably a combination of things. So it's probably some old school conservative views as well as some old school liberal views as far as what really makes up the conscience of most Americans today. Because I mean, as you said earlier, there's certainly aspects of the Conservative Party that I think most people want, such as smaller government, lower taxation. You know, there's a lot of things on that side that I think people agree with, and then there's the other side, such as the humanity side of the liberalism that I think a lot of people agree with. I mean, of course, we want to, you know, help people where we can, but can we do it in a way that isn't detrimental to the society as a whole? That's the question.
Yeah,
you know.
I agree with you.
But
this is sucky. We should have an argument. I just be the devil's advocate because everything you say, I just like. I agree. I
don't know what RS Matrix means by old school Whig views, but sure. Okay, real old school. Jesus liberal. Take care of the poor and sick. Well, now we're getting into a whole different field of thought there, Whiskey Wiggles. Religion is something I take very serious, and I don't think this is necessarily the right forum for that, so I'm not going to address it. But Jesus is not the liberal that you think he is. I'll just leave it at that. I'll move past that and get back to something else because I'm not going to discuss religion while I'm intoxicated. So
that's a great answer. Great answer. I agree with that statement. Yeah, I do. I'm about to drink on something for that.
Anyway, let's talk about Hillary Duff. She hasn't been in the news much lately.
What about Hillary Duff?
That is that's an actress, her?
Yeah, she was pretty kind of crazy, right? That's that's not the crazy one. That was the other one that was crazy, right?
Actually, I don't know anything about Hillary Duff. I just thought I would change the subject.
I know about Hillary Duff. The reason why I know is
one of them was crazy. Was that Hillary Duff?
I don't think it was Hillary Duff.
Which one was crazy?
I think that was Lindsay Lohan.
No, it wasn't Lindsay Lohan. It wasn't Britney Spears. I think it was. Let me look it up.
Hillary Duff?
I don't know.
I knew she had a sister that I had like.
One that was crazy.
She had a sister. Hillary Duff had a sister.
Hold on, I think it was Hillary Duff.
Yes, Hillary Duff did have a sister. I know that much. I could not tell you her name, but I know that
this is Hillary Duff. Hillary Duff is not the crazy one. She's not the crazy one. Hillary Duff is an American actress, singer, and songwriter, businesswoman, producer, and writer. Duff began her acting career at a young age and quickly became labeled a teen idol as the title character of the television series Lizzie McGuire. So it's not Hillary Duff. It's somebody else. I can't think of it, but I don't care. It's all right.
You're talking about the dude, the country singer guy that had a daughter.
No, that's not her. Not that one either. It's one more that went crazy that was kind of in the Disney Girls. I'm gonna look her up. I'll tell you who it is.
Spears?
No, it's not Britney Spears.
You talking about Wrecking Ball girl?
Hold on. I'm saying what her name is. The girl I'm talking about.
What's her name? Something Cyrus.
Miley. No, it's not Miley Cyrus. I'm not talking about her.
That's it, Miley Cyrus.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about her either.
But she definitely went crazy, and she was.
No, one that was it Miley Cyrus? I don't think it's Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus wants to turn out right. No, not her. She's not crazy. That's the one I'm talking about.
Well, that's one of many things that she still was crazy. But yeah,
Britney Spears.
I'll tell you one of the girl that won Disney Girls, and I'll tell you what the name of the chick was in a second. I'm gonna look it up. Hillary something, McDuff, or it's one of those. Not Lindsay Lohan, Disney.
And thank you, RS Matrix, for the name because I would not have remembered.
Somebody brought her up. Not. It's not Miley Cyrus. It's not Miley Cyrus.
Are you sure? I feel like it is.
I'm gonna tell you what her name is in a second. I'm just trust.
Because she has done a lot of crazy crap.
No, it's not Miley Cyrus. It's not
Britney
Miley.
Spears.
It's not Britney Spears. Stop. So, I'm gonna tell you what her name is. I'm gonna tell you her name. The chick I'm talking about. Not Hilary Duff.
Is Selena Gomez? Was she a Disney?
Yeah, she's on there. I'm looking at all the girls. I'm trying to her name was. She was a Disney chick. This chick I'm looking for is a Disney chick. It's Disney chick.
Tell you what, Charles. While you Google, I'm gonna hit the bathroom. So I'll be right
Okay,
back.
that's going good.
And I am going to.
Okay.
Wonder Twins.
Young girl actress that went. I'll tell you. I'm gonna look it up. Girl actors that went crazy. Amanda Bynes. That's her name. Amanda Bynes. Nobody's listening to me, but it's Amanda Bynes. He said Christina Aguilera. That's Amanda Bynes. Amanda Bynes. That's what I was looking for. Amanda Bynes. Amanda Bynes was the chick that went crazy. It was, Amanda Bynes. My brother Whiskey Wars took me somewhere. Didn't want to go. Okay, all right. Amanda Bynes did go crazy. Yep, it was. Yeah, I'm gonna put it just me until you come back, my brother. What's up, bro? What's going on, my brother? RS, what's up, man? What's going on in your brain? What you want to talk about? Have a conversation. I've been inebriating, having fun. Doing too much drinking.
What?
No, I'm just talking about my dude in the chat. Man, I'm cool. What's up? The whiskey was cool. What's going on?
Hey, Whiskey Wiggle.
I don't know who's here now. She's doing okay now though. Unless I thought she wasn't a singer though. Amanda Bynes was everything. She was like, what? Let me look her up. Amanda Bynes. Look at her on I don't know. What was she? Amanda Lauren Bynes is an American actor. She is best known for her work in television and film through 2000s. Yeah, but she was like somewhat attractive. I don't know nothing about her. I don't know if she was a singer, but yeah, Amanda Bynes. I'm behind you. Yes, Amanda Bynes. Did you see the Metroid trailer today? Oh no, that's the new Metroid. Yeah, they got a game coming out. Yeah, I forgot what it's called. Let me look it up real fast. I'm so ready to play it. Metroid Dread. Metroid Dread is the name of the game. My brother said it was a new Metroid game. It's Metroid Dread. You better do it, man. Here you spraying. I haven't watched the trailer. I will watch the trailer. I could probably play it right now. If you want me to do it, I can. I think I can do that. Let me see. If you guys want to watch it, let's watch it together.
Were you happy about
Let's see. Hold on. Go ahead.
Spider-Man's movie?
No.
You didn't look good?
I don't even. You said, I was happy. You said happy.
You didn't. Okay. Are you going to go see the new Spider-Man movie?
When it comes onto the video, yeah, of course.
Whoever's watching for me,
yeah,
I found the second one. What was the second? Far From Home.
Yeah, you like that?
Exciting or entertaining than the first. What was the first Spider-Man?
Homecoming.
Like No Way Home. Far From Home, better than Homecoming.
Yeah. Homecoming. Let me look it up right now. Metroid Dread. I'm gonna look at the trailer. I want to see this. I want to see if I can get this to play on. See if I can do this on good. Metroid Dread. 16 hours ago. We can watch this right now. Oh, got this. Hold on. I can do this. We can watch it. Watch. Sean, my brother. I had to stream. Sean? Hold on, bro.
Okay. I dropped off there for a second. Can you hear me?
But you good now. Hold on a second. I want to share something.
Okay.
Share screen. I'm going to share. Okay. Share screen. See if it works like this. We're gonna share Chrome tab. Doing this. Here we go. We got it. Share. And watch this. We'll watch this together. Awesome.
Samus is about to tear him up.
Yes.
It looks good, man.
Oh, that's dope. Oh, that's dope.
That is for a Switch?
Yes, sir.
All right, I gotta find that one.
You know, I don't have a Switch yet. I guess I'm going to have to go ahead and break down and get one.
You guys are tripping, man.
When is it coming out?
They don't say. I'm gonna stop sharing. I don't say exactly when it's coming out, but hold on, let me close that out because I'm gonna stop hearing this. Yeah, I keep Metroid it up.
Oh, so
October 8th.
So Amanda Bynes, I'm looking back in the chat here. So Amanda Bynes was the chick you were looking for?
Yes, Amanda Bynes.
Okay. To be fair, there's been a lot of crazy chicks that came out of Disney. Like, there's got to be like a dozen at this point. So
Yeah, Amanda Bynes though was really the only one.
So let's see. What can we talk about next? Oh,
what are you talking about, man? I can keep talking. I keep going to the restaurant.
I know you're a Star Wars guy. So let's talk favorite movies.
Let me do the restroom break and put you on the screen. You talk what you want. I'll be right back in 1 minute. Oh, so, sorry, at stream.
Oh.
I'm gonna do this. Hold on. See how to do this. I'm trying to figure out, see when it works. I don't know how these things work. I'll just I'll be right back. Hold on.
Okay.
I'll remove myself.
Okay. Brian, can you hear me? Or is it just me? I think it's just me now. Okay. Well, I will try and entertain. I will talk with RS Matrix. I guess that's our only viewer right now. So, are you a Star Wars fan? Or to any other viewer out there, actually. I don't know who else is watching, but Star Wars fans, what do we got to say? What is your favorite Star Wars movie? Or if that subject doesn't entertain you, then what games are we playing recently? Fan is a loaded word. Loaded. Okay. I enjoyed the first. Okay. Well, I'm with you on that, Matrix. Those are by far my favorite. I think in a lot of ways, I feel like they should have stopped there. But, I mean, I appreciate the new stuff. Personally, I think the best thing that we have gotten since the original trilogy is The Mandalorian, in my opinion. Not so much the Ewok Adventure. Okay. Okay, I got you. Not a fan of the Ewoks. Okay, and Charles is back.
Yeah. What are we talking about?
So we are discussing what our favorite Star Wars movie is. And
My favorite is Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the Sith is the best Star Wars movie. After that, it's Empire Strikes Back for me. Those two are incredible. Everything else is just supplementary. I like The Mandalorian as far as the series is fantastic. I watched the whole Clone. I watched everything except for Star Wars Resistance, so I haven't watched that. And yeah, what do you think? Let's fight over this.
Okay, yeah, well, let's do it. So Matrix is joining us in our conversation here. So he agrees with me for the most part that we agreed that the first trilogy is our favorite. I think I'm definitely in that camp. I know that. But I said outside of that I think my favorite Star Wars kind of universe was The Mandalorian, and mainly for the story building, kind of flushing out what the world was, because we got to see a lot of parts of the world that we didn't get to see in the movies. Okay, I'm trying to, let's see. Matrix says Empire was the best one. Revenge of the Sith was pretty decent, but could have been better written. So that's what Matrix has to say. And then they also said that Mandalorian was too slow for his taste. So
okay, I'm gonna dive in. That's already said. For me, when I watched the whole thing, I've watched every Star Wars movie. Probably the only movies I haven't. Okay, I have never rewatched The Last Jedi. I've never rewatched it, and I haven't rewatched The Rise of Skywalker. Those are the only two movies I've never rewatched. And I don't totally hate The Rise of Skywalker, but I totally detest and can't stand The Last Jedi. I can't stand it. I just don't want to rewatch it. I may one day just to.
I think we agree again, Charles.
So once I watched all the movies, I really enjoyed. When I was young, even as a kid, I liked Star Wars. I did, but once I saw Empire Strikes Back, it made me not like Star Wars. In Return of the Jedi, I like
Empire Strikes Back.
Once I saw Empire Strikes Back, it made me see how slow Star Wars was. Like remember, I'm a person that probably watched all those movies 100 times each, and Star Wars was really slow. Empire Strikes Back was perfectly paced.
Yeah. Okay.
And I didn't like the Ewoks in Return of the Jedi.
I understand.
I just couldn't.
100%
understand. I couldn't. It didn't make sense to me. So logically, I just couldn't understand how these.
I ignored the Ewoks. I like the jet. I like the jet fighter scene. I mean, what the
in
thing?
Space.
No, when it was on those
speeder bikes.
The speed bikes. But as far as the Ewoks go, I ignored them. I never owned an Ewok action figure.
Okay, so absorb my understanding. So when I look at the movies, I look at what movie was written with I didn't see any flaws. Like Revenge of the Sith was the best for me. For me, like it made sense why Darth Vader turned evil. And of course, it could have made like better writing, it could have had better dialogue, but just the action sequences, the war was going on, how Palpatine manipulated everybody, and how Vader turned to the dark side made sense. How Obi-Wan shut them off, but didn't kill him because he loved him. It made sense. Where Empire Strikes Back didn't have the same level of. Let me finish the statement. Empire Strikes Back didn't have the same level of technical graphics to compete with Revenge. It was a better written story, but didn't look better. Revenge of the Sith really showed Anakin being Anakin. Like he could have, if you watch the whole thing and you study Star Wars like I studied, he could have killed Obi-Wan, but he couldn't control his emotions. He did like I'm so awesome. Like he's like Jack he was on his own team that he couldn't control himself to win. Or if you can't win, let me stop and get you another day. It was like I'm so galactic, and they did it great. Where Empire Strikes Back was a great fight scene, but it don't even compare to how good Revenge of the Sith did it. Like
I agree with you.
I think man, it was so. Go ahead.
So Charles, if I can interject. So here's my thought Revenge of the Sith. Now, as far as the second trilogy goes, that's my favorite of the three. But that's not saying a whole lot because I despise the first two. But so here's probably my biggest issue is that although I agree with what you said as far as the character development, like how could Anakin turn into Darth Vader? Like the reasons, I agree with what you're saying, that could lead a person to becoming a dark person. What I don't agree with so much is that Anakin's emotional state he was too weak of a being to become Darth Vader, like emotionally. Like he was too broken to begin with to ever become this strong individual that could ever become someone like Darth Vader.
So let's make an argument. Let's say that Anakin knew that his weakness was being emotionally tied and weak, right? So he said, "I'm gonna never be this again. I'm gonna turn off my emotions to become this ruthless killer that is Darth Vader." So it's possible because he knew that he lost because he was emotionally weak, and he gave it to emotion. He was too quick to react. Where Darth Vader was
the only issue I have the only issue I have with that is that we don't ever see that development in the movie, because even at the very end of Revenge of the Sith, when he is Darth Vader, essentially he like screams. So even at that point, he's still not controlling his emotions.
We agree.
So, like, if we saw that kind of character development, then I could see, like, if he continually got colder and cut off from his emotions, then I could, like, as the trilogy progressed, if there was kind of that development, then I could see how he became that person. But he was this hyper emotional person basically through all three. So, and then we skip forward in time, even though it's really backwards, to Darth Vader, and he's a completely different person. Now, we could say that maybe a lot of time has passed, and that's what caused, this kind of disconnect. But I mean, to me, it just seemed like such a divide in characters that I don't know how Anakin ever becomes Darth Vader. And that's what makes me dislike the second trilogy, because Darth Vader is by far my favorite character in the Star Wars universe by a large margin. And for someone like Anakin to be his origin story is like disgraceful to me.
I hear what you're saying. I don't disagree with you. I thought about that too, because I'm a Star Wars fanatic. I hate to say I am, and the whole point is Anakin was emotionally unstable. Darth Vader's weakness was he understood that as Anakin he was emotionally unstable, and Darth Vader was control. He was always controlled of his emotions. I find your lack of faith disturbing, and he's killing you, but he's not even angry. Everything he did was calm. So Anakin couldn't be calm. So they did not. I agree with you. They haven't established how Anakin made the switch to turn calm to be calm, because that's why he lost. He lost because he was uncalm. The whole prequel, he's uncalm. I'm gonna take him now. Or Darth Vader was like, that's so. And Darth Vader was more calm. Like
even in Rogue One, he was precise. Right?
Yeah, Rogue One, he was calm, but that was years later. So I agree with you.
Real quick to our viewer here, Matrix. So now, Matrix, do you mean that you've never? I'm going back a few statements here where it says I actually didn't see the Star Wars movies as a kid. Now, did you never see the originals, or have you only seen the remakes? Because they're not the same, in my opinion.
Handshot first.
And then also to your point on the Phantom Menace, I agree. Darth Maul is one of my favorite characters in the Star Wars universe. He was in a bad movie, but I love the character.
Yes, we all agree. We all agree. This is good, man. This is effing incredible. This is where I always like. I'm having to be quiet. I'm super happy.
When I watch Phantom Menace, I don't know. I thought Darth Maul.
They should have kept him through all three.
Yeah.
He should have kept through all three. But they were trying to show the progression of different parts of Vader, the aggressive side, the logical side, and the robotic side. Because Grievous, Dooku, and Maul was supposed to be the three parts of Vader. You know what I'm saying? The killer side was Maul. The analytical side was Dooku, how Jedi could be turned, and the mechanical side was General Grievous. You get what I'm saying? It's all three parts of Vader. Vader was supposed to be super aggressive. He was supposed to be a Jedi that was turned, and he was supposed to be mechanical. So I get George Lucas. I always say that George Lucas didn't think it. He did it on the fly. If he would have thought about it before he even filmed it, got everything prepared, just like the sequel trilogy, it would have been better. Plan it out, then do it. Instead of doing it out and plan it out and fly. It was fly, they didn't plan it out good enough.
So to Matrix real quick. So I feel like you probably, now I'm just guessing based on what you just said. I don't think I'm guessing you never saw the original releases, which to be fair, these days is hard to find. I had to actually have a buddy burn new DVDs of the originals because I actually didn't own the originals myself. Because it's almost impossible to buy the originals now because Lucas has just basically got rid of them, which kind of sucks because there's several things that it changes the storyline, like for instance that Han shot first. But anyway, now to what Charles was saying, I think that definitely should have happened. Like. I feel like the planning of the second trilogy was kind of poor. But because really, in what universe could Obi-Wan, at the state he was, how could he possibly beat Darth Maul? I mean, there's no way. I mean, granted, it's like this kind of trick jump shot where he jumps out of the hole and like cuts him in half. Okay, but I mean, his sword skills were so poor at the time. There's no way he could have beat Darth Maul. I mean, it was I mean, like it's just like this lucky. It's like it's kind of like when you're like there's like 3 seconds left in the game, and you like shoot from half court, and you just hope for like a Hail Mary of a shot, and it goes through. It's nothing but net. And that's kind of like how the Phantom Menace ended. And like if it weren't for that just Hail Mary of a shot from half court, Obi-Wan would have been dead. Let's be fair here.
We agree with you.
Now, granted, we need like what's that, Brian?
He said he was handling 2 Jedi with ease. Two Jedi, like no big problem.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so. Now I get that we need Obi-Wan to live on for the storyline,
yes.
But I wish it would have happened differently instead of just this kind of like last second, like on a wing and a prayer, kind of hope for the best kind of thing.
They planned it more to sell action figures. Kill off Darth Maul and have a new villain in each movie equals more action figures. I agree. I agree with that. That's what they did.
That's probably about right.
Pain though, man.
Yeah,
man. They could have kept him going through all 3. They could have added extra. Like he didn't think it through. I'm telling you, because if he planned it, I would have had more and more and more. Because trying to get Anakin, because Anakin should be getting more and more powerful, right? It made more sense.
So here's my thought. Here's what I always would have wished would have happened to kind of like parallel the Luke experience. So that way Obi-Wan and Luke would have had this kind of connection. Instead of jumping up and fighting Darth Maul, he would have just fell like Luke did when Luke was fighting Vader.
Okay.
Instead of like realizing that he was not up to the challenge, just fall, and then later on he becomes a better Jedi.
It would have been cool. You heard he said, right?
Exactly.
Like drop down, because Luke knew he couldn't beat Vader. You're invested. You've invested.
Yeah. Darth Maul was so off the hook that I didn't buy that Obi-Wan could beat him.
No.
He got lucky.
No, there's no way.
He was
Yeah, Empire Strikes Back was so great. Darth Vader was off the chain. Like he was taking it. If you ever watched Empire Strikes Back, he was not fighting Luke at all until Luke stabbed him. Then when he cut his hand off. You know, you've been defeated. Like because the whole thing was he was just playing with it. He was playing with Luke the whole way.
Yeah.
And they filmed it so well that when Luke, I said, oh, he went crazy.
And see what I appreciate is like the little nuances of that storytelling, because
Great.
Darth Vader had a goal, and even though you don't know what the goal is until he says it,
Yep.
Like when you go back and watch it, it's apparent that okay, there's a reason why Vader wasn't trying to kill Luke, because he wanted to turn Luke to the dark side. But you don't know that until that moment occurs, and that's so excellent. That is good. Excellent. That's good storytelling. Whereas,
go ahead, Sean. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. And so like that's where the second trilogy just kind of falls short. Is that there's not that level of storytelling.
I agree with you. Let me interrupt because Sean said some good stuff. If you go back and watch the whole movie, the whole plan before they changed it, if you see the old original version, the whole thing was planned that Darth Vader was trying to get Luke. But he wasn't telling the Emperor. So they changed the story up because before he was like the Emperor didn't know that Luke was his son. And they remade it. They made the Emperor already know if he can be turned. He would be like he was saying, if you're the son of Skywalker, can be turned. But in the original one, Vader knew that was Luke was his son, but Palpatine didn't know, and he was like it didn't make you see how George Lucas changed the whole thing. But like what Sean said. It was written so well that at the end you find out, oh, this dude was trying to get his son. So and he was acting like the Emperor didn't know. But you know what I'm talking about, right? If you watch the original cut of Empire Strikes, the original cut of Empire Strikes Back, it didn't ever put out that the Emperor knew that that Skywalker was Darth Vader's son. And then when they made the prequel, they changed it to now. Then they rewrote it, and then they said, "Well, if you can change the son of Skywalker," and then it says that like this Skywalker never Jedi, some river that never happened before.
When you said that just now, it made me think about the movie you hated.
Last Jedi.
No,
Last Jedi.
Another one out of the Star Wars universe. Wanted. What Wanted was the exact same way.
I didn't hate Wanted. Like I hate the Last Jedi. I didn't hate Wanted. Because
he wanted to get him his son. It was kind of when you said that, it reminded me like they could have took from Empire Strikes Back, because remember he wanted his son.
I hated the Last Jedi. I didn't hate Wanted. I hated. I wish that they would burn the Last Jedi in the deepest, darkest pits of hell that didn't exist.
Okay, so Charles, let's talk about that because we definitely have that in common. Not going to. My wife's yelling at me for talking too loud. So. Okay.
Tell your wife she's beautiful, she's wonderful, and we love her. Thank you for letting us talk.
She is. No, and so that's why I planned on filming this downstairs so I could talk freely. I can't for technical reasons. Anyway.
We can stop. We don't got to keep going after this.
No, yeah, that's fine. So what are your reasons for disliking The Last Jedi? It's deeper than that. I know it's deeper.
Okay. I'm telling you the truth. Not that I don't like to push any feminist agenda to try to make men weak to make women look strong. So the whole movie was about how men were incompetent, how men can lead. You follow the women's lead. Leia was the best Jedi. Luke was incompetent. Luke didn't trust women. And if you let women rule, it'll be better. That's why I probably hate it. That's just me not being as truly honest as I could be, but I don't like those feminist agenda forced on me. I don't mind feminism as far as, let me take it back. I don't mind if a woman is awesome and she's awesome, but don't force it on me. That's what I should say.
Well,
I have a problem.
So with that one planet with the animals, I could not.
Yeah, I don't care about that, but I'm okay. Let me just speak. So don't think I'm opposed to.
No, Charles. Do not apologize.
I want to go deeper because I don't hate.
We liked Mad Max, the new Mad Max.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to women that want to be bad. If a woman want to be good, prove it, do it. but I don't want to just make you great because you're a woman. That doesn't make no sense.
That rating makes sense to me.
That
Exactly.
so if a woman is fucking, excuse me, a woman can outrun me. She can outrun me, but you can't outrun me because you're a woman. That don't make sense. That doesn't make sense. That's what I have an issue with. Just because she's a woman, she's better than everybody else. That's what I had a problem with. That's what I have a problem with. That's it. Not because you're a woman. I have a problem because you didn't have to go to. Listen, if we in the military, right? Men got to do 50 push-ups. A woman has to do 30 push-ups. You're not beating a man. The man had to do 50 push-ups. If you do 50 push-ups and beat the man, it's cool. But you can't say you're better than a man because you got A doing 30 push-ups and he did 50 push-ups and you got a C. That's what I have a problem with.
Well, I mean,
Sorry.
No, don't apologize, because I agree, because I dislike The Last Jedi for the same reasons. Because
so you agree with everything I said. That's the problem.
Because it takes one of my favorite characters, Luke Skywalker, and it makes him weak and incompetent, and it kills him off for no good reason. And the whole reason the whole reason they kill him off is to make room for these feminine characters. That's the only reason.
They didn't know Leia was going. They didn't know that she was going to die. Exactly. They wanted to make Leia better than Luke. They wanted to kill Luke off and make Leia the Jedi Master.
She would have more role in than.
And they did that before she did. They were trying to diminish the men. And I'm not opposed to women being. It's a lot of strong. If a woman could out bench press me, I'm not mad at you. But that's not what you do naturally.
You just be strong because you're a woman.
Yeah, that's the problem. I don't like him. I don't like Sean because he's bringing this out of me because I don't want to go. And he know it. And he's laughing because he know that he can get this out of me because he's saying the truth. And I don't want to go here, but I'm going to continue.
No, I mean, see, here's. I mean, I've said it several times tonight, but my thought is that we need to be intellectually honest with ourselves. I mean, as a species, we need to do that, because this whole pandering to genders and sexes and whatever the hell else we're trying to pander to is useless. It's useless. It's not helpful. It doesn't do anything productive. It's this stupid idea that we need to help out those that are oppressed by giving them roles in movies. Which, how in the heck does that really help the world at large? I mean, okay. I mean, so these two characters are empowered in a movie. So what? How does that help women overall? It doesn't at all. I mean, it's a stupid,
I got so much to say.
It's a stupid philosophy that, like, okay, so we made Leia and Rey powerful in this movie, so now all women are going to rise up? I mean, what kind of stupid ideology is that?
Makes no sense. I'm gonna be quiet. I'll say some stuff. I start saying some stuff that's gonna get us all in trouble. You and me too. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet. I agree with you. You and me, we don't, dude. Me and him, we related because we don't disagree on anything. Maybe it's something, but I don't even want to find out what it is.
Maybe the way something tastes.
Yes.
But that's
whiskey.
The views on life.
We agree.
We are all on the same page.
We are analogous, like totally.
Well, you know it,
right? We don't disagree on any issue when it comes to life. Period. I don't like you for this. I'm just being. You knew this before you even started this conversation, didn't you?
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to be like, I'm like some kind of like have some kind of premonition or something.
You did. You thought of it.
No. I mean, it's just like, I mean, I don't want to like take credit for things. I'm not some kind of amazing genius that knew all these things. It's just that, like I said way earlier in our live stream, is that I feel like if you take the time to listen to people, then you can figure out how they feel about things. And I think that most people feel the way that we do, and regardless of skin color or sex or whatever. I think just because logically it makes sense. I don't think it has anything to do with skin or sex or any of that.
I agree with you, and I don't like you. I'm not saying I'm joking.
You're not drinking no more, so cheers.
I'm going to drink some more. you and I think so much alike. It's not even cool because I want to be phony. I don't want you not to make me be phony. I want to play off. I'm good at it. I'm good at that. Nobody asked me these questions. He asked me these questions. I don't like him for this because nobody else ever asked me these questions. Never.
So Charles, like, I'll give you a break here. I'll read off some of what Matrix is saying here. So it said that purple-haired idiot woman in that movie. We all know who he's.
I'm glad she died. What am I about to say?
Yeah.
Admiral Holdo. I was happy. I was clapping. Kill that bitch.
Can we be honest? Let's be honest here. I don't know how many viewers we have. Hopefully, very few. Considering what I'm about to say.
You know, it's 0. We can have 5. We wouldn't even know because I was never correct.
But I have never known a purple-haired woman to do anything that was useful. Sorry.
Oh man,
maybe in the club.
You know, I'm gonna make a joke. You know, I'm make a joke. I'm gonna make a joke because he knows I'm about to go with this. He's laughing, but I got a friend. She's one of my best friends. She might wear purple hair. She's a good woman. I may disagree with her on certain things, but because I love her so much, I ignore whatever I disagree with because she's awesome. That's it.
Well, the only one I know was in the club.
Okay, there we go. But you do know why I say what I said, right?
Well, Brian, there are plenty of those.
And I, as a human being, she's absolutely fantastic. I will cut my arm off for her life. That's how great. You think I'm joking with that?
Yeah.
No, for her to live.
Oh, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay, well, we're good with that. But I got a friend that might wear purple hair or green hair or brown hair.
Well, awesome. You know, I guess again I shouldn't.
I know he's gonna. I agree,
but
Sean, I agree with you. I don't. Truthfully, I don't. Nothing that you have said at all do I disagree with you on. Nothing. I just don't like it because you make me say it.
So real quick, Matrix again. Daisy Ridley was actually a nice person, and I wish her character was actually interesting. You know, I think again.
Ooh, Tron 3.
I agree. What's that?
He said Disney's making a Tron 3. I hope they don't make it at all feminist, and I agree with him. Just be quiet. Yeah. I'm just not speaking more.
But so too is Daisy Ridley point.
Did we say that right? Did I say it on camera? Yay, feminism.
So, you know, can we all agree as Star Wars fans that I think we all thought originally, right, that Daisy Ridley's character, Rey, was going to be Luke Skywalker's daughter, you know, somehow kind of related, right?
It would have been better if they did it, and it would have been better if she got her hand cut off. She was omnipotent. She made no mistakes. I wish they would have killed her. Sorry.
I like it. It's honest. I like it. Let's roll with it.
Yeah, I didn't mean to say that, but it just spilled out.
No, I agree. I agree with Matrix. I mean, I think there's a lot more they could have done with her character that just didn't happen. It just didn't really develop in any kind of way that was interesting. It was just kind of like, for some reason, she's omnipotent, as you said, Charles. No real reason as to why that was true, but she just was. I mean, she had like no training.
Anakin trained, Luke trained, Yoda trained, Obi-Wan trained, everybody else trained. She never trained with no Jedi. Was more powerful than any Jedi that ever lived. That makes no sense. It's not logical. It's irrational. It makes no sense. It doesn't compute. Sorry.
Yep. I mean, so regardless of your midichlorian count, I mean, let's be honest here. You cannot wield any kind of sword. I don't care what universe you're in. It doesn't matter what kind of sword you're wielding without some kind of training. If you're going to wield a sword effectively, you need training to do that.
I don't like him. Come on, Charles, give away 3.
I can wield a sword. I can beat Darth Maul easily.
He's exposing. I want to keep my 40 fantasy going. Stop bringing me out. Sean, stop bringing the real Charles. I don't want to let people know.
I mean, and let's be fair here. I mean, the most dangerous sword you could ever wield is a lightsaber.
I agree.
I totally agree.
You can easily hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Put his grass off. Anyway, we agree on everything.
So the idea that you can wield a lightsaber masterfully with almost zero training is just stupid.
Yeah, we agree. It is kind of. I'm gonna make a joke. It ain't this crazy for us to agree on everything, like no disagreements on nothing. I can't. Nothing he has said has offended me ever. I agree with everything. I'm hurt because he's making. I do try my best to be fake sometimes, like to not be offensive. And I'm not gonna be offensive at all. But I just want to keep my.
Yeah, I agree with you. When I saw the first What was the one? The Force Awakens.
Mm-hmm.
It was going in a great direction for me.
Yes.
And I thought that Rey. We were gonna learn about Rey having some.
What did you remember what I said?
Yeah.
What I said?
That
wasn't that good?
Yeah. But I thought that
it was Star Wars remake.
Yeah. I thought that Rey was gonna have something.
Star Wars Reloaded.
Like,
nothing new.
Yep. Exactly.
She was trained in the Force.
But it was no good. It was sucked.
Yeah, I agree.
The story wasn't good.
I was more like I like Kylo Ren at the time before.
I would rather see Alien 3 than the Force.
Okay, so I'm going to address a few things that you guys said. So first off, Charles, spot on. It is a dead remake of the original Star Wars. Like
exactly.
it is the same plot the whole way through. Like, I mean, they just replaced the Death Star with a giant planet that's basically the Death Star.
Play better with
Kylo Ren. Now,
yeah, exactly.
And so here's the thing, to Brian's point, like, I agree. I like Kylo Ren when he had his mask on and he wasn't.
He said the same thing.
I said when he took the mask off and became like emotional.
Yes,
exactly. I was trying to think how to word it, but it's like he becomes like this emo goth kid.
Yeah, exactly. We talking about that. It's funny. We talk about emo. We talking about that so tough. He was emo.
He's like, oh, I'm so bullied in school, I had to become a Sith Lord. I mean, come on, man. Like what kind of? I'm trying to find nice words here. What kind of wuss are the Sith? Are the Sith recruiting? That like, hey, all emo kids, come become a Sith Lord. We got you. We'll teach you how to wield lightsabers.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm gonna be quiet. Oh, suck it in, Chuck. Suck it in. We don't agree on nothing. Nothing. I'm gonna just be quiet. I'm about to just get inebriated.
I mean, so the problem I have with Kylo Ren is the same problem I have with the second trilogy with Anakin. Like, for some reason, somewhere in our timeline, we decided that only emo kids become Sith Lords, and I think that is a stupid reality that we need to stop following.
So let's dive into that, because I do get what you said about the second trilogy and Anakin, but how? Like, I thought about that a lot. Like, why was he so emotionally unstable to make him? That shouldn't have been the reason. Like, Revenge of the Sith had such a good plot that you don't got to be emotionally unstable to turn to the dark side. It's like, I don't want to. I love my wife.
Right.
I want to keep her alive. You and I agree. I want you to elaborate on that, because I agree with you. I'm sick of that emotional. Nobody loves me. Nobody gets me. They don't see me succeed.
Well, I get it a lot in the commercials now too, where they trying to push everybody's depressed, everybody is, bipolar. Like, what, really? Like,
it would have been just good enough if Anakin was stable, but he didn't want to see Padme die. He had Force visions, and Sith had something he couldn't get from the Jedi. That would have been just perfect. You and I.
Yeah. So here's my thought too, and kind of agreeing with you, Charles, is that they had enough material that they didn't need to push this kind of like emotionally unstable, hyper emotional character. Because I mean, realistically, from a psychological standpoint, if your mother and your wife you love die, that would be enough to push most people to a breaking point.
Yes.
So I don't think you need this hyper emotional character through the whole story arc.
Yeah.
He could have been a very normal person, and then these two tragic events happen. His mother brutally murdered, and then his wife dies in childbirth, who he loved tremendously. That's clear through
I get what you're saying. I know where you're going with it.
So I think they could have done a lot more with that to develop the character instead of, I'm emotional all the time.
Yeah. Or let's change this, because I heard you say it, but his mother died, and then he wanted to prevent his wife from dying, pushed him there, and then his wife dying pushed him totally over the edge. And Palpatine lied to him that I can bring her back if you do this. You get what I'm saying? That would be even better. Think about what I'm saying. Because he knew his wife was going to die. He was trying it, but Palpatine's like, if she does die, come to me, I can bring you back. So then he pushes him over because he's so caught up in the death of his wife. So what you said was perfect. I agree with you. No disagreement. And I don't like you still. So you're doing this good, man. Really good.
Yeah, because Kylo Ren was like, I liked him with the mask, and then when he took it off, he's
emo kid.
Yeah, exactly. Like what?
I'm looking at my father.
Like, okay. So Brian, maybe you feel the same way. So this is where like Kylo Ren lost me. Like he takes off the mask and he's like, if I'm remembering this right, he's like staring at it, and he just like breaks out his lightsaber and he's just like tearing up this room he's in, like cutting it all to pieces. And like, bro, you're a Sith Lord. Let's take it down a little bit. You rule the universe.
Okay? Exactly, I agree with that.
And like this mask is like ruining your day.
Yeah. Yeah.
I stubbed my toe.
Hey, he said I stubbed my toe to destroy everything.
Pretty much, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for real. Man, this been good, man. We can keep going all night. I'm telling you.
We could, yeah. Okay, so let's see. It's one my time. So that is 10 your time.
Yeah, I don't want your wife to bite your head off anymore.
No, I got nothing to do tomorrow. I got to run to the bank before noon to make a deposit. But other than that, I got nothing to do. So we're good. No, okay. Let's see. Our one faithful viewer, and thank you again, Matrix. None of the villains in the Disney movies made sense. Okay, and none of the heroes did either. Probably true. It was basically as if it was written. I got a cord in the way on the back of several napkins.
I agree.
They didn't have a plan.
They didn't have a plan. It's a major story.
I mean, I guess what probably bothers me the most, though, is what you pointed out, Charles, is, and I think Brian as well, is that the first reboot movie. Well, I mean, I don't know how any Star Wars fan could see that and not be like, that is a direct ripoff of the first movie. I mean,
you can't help but to see it.
Yeah, you can't help but to see it. But see, for me, I always say
we knew you argued
it
on
was
that.
going in okay. Let's go in a good direction. Okay, that's all I was saying about that movie. Right? It's okay. Kylo Ren for a second I liked until he got emotional. We going in a cool direction. It's gonna get better after this one, and it didn't. It was like a drop. It just went down, down, down.
I mean, there are certainly some highlights in the third trilogy. Like, I mean, I think the scene where Rey and Kylo Ren are in the room with, I forget his name, the new
easily, right? Like, what was he?
I don't remember what he was talking about. You broke it up.
Oh, sorry. You talking about what was the dude with the scar?
The new Dark Lord. I can't remember.
That's the Jedi that I never watched the game when they killed Snoke.
Yeah, Snoke.
Snoke.
And then they showed how technically inaccurate it was when somebody was not trying to hit her, swinging like this for no reason. Yeah, that dumbass
Even
scene.
though it looked good for when you don't pay attention to
When you
what's
pay
going
attention, you
on.
see how bad the
Yeah.
the
They
choreography
just kill him
was.
easily. Like, why is he here? Like,
Why is dude swinging at nothing? Like you're not gonna just cut her head off? You're stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but see, that's kind of like the I don't know how you want to qualify it, but it's like this the hero fallacy, I guess. We see it, that kind of trope in all kinds of movies, like that the villain, for whatever reason that doesn't make any sense at all, like spares the hero for reasons that make no sense. But we're gonna spare them because we're gonna talk for another 10 minutes instead of killing you, which is the wise thing to do. That's what we should do, but we're not gonna do that because the movie needs to move on. So
that sucked.
well, let me tell you something I saw that was good. That I liked recently. Again, I don't know if you saw the movie Dread. Did you ever see Dread?
I've seen Dread plenty times.
Oh, he did.
I have not. But anyway,
you watch it. It's great.
Okay, well, I won't spoil this scene then.
Watch Dread. It's great.
There's a scene in Dread that was good.
Don't spoil it.
I'm not gonna spoil
Just tell
it.
them to watch it.
Wait a second. Now, Dread. Is that the second movie of Judge Dredd?
The second Dread, not the first Dread. The second Dread.
But if I tell you this, it won't spoil it. There's a character that wastes time for a good reason. You know how like movies they be like, I'm trying to tell you now my diabolical plan. Why would you tell your diabolical plan to the good guy? Because you just wasting time.
Right.
There's a good scene that makes sense of a character wasting time.
Okay.
Yeah. So Brian, actually,
watch the movie and you don't remember it, because I don't remember it. I watched the movie like 5-6 times. I don't know when you talk.
So I'll tell you when we get off camera with him.
All right.
I don't want to ruin it for you. So I'm gonna tell him the scene when we get off camera, and then he'll remember. But it's a good time wasting scene, but it makes sense why this person wastes time.
So Brian, go ahead, because actually now that you're helping me reminisce, I actually do remember the movie. I have seen the movie. It took me a minute, but go ahead. So
Judge Dredd, he gets shot by another officer, and the officer, the other officer's about to kill Dredd, and he's like, wait. And then the dude is like, oh, the great magnificent Dredd is want to waste time. Is all he didn't say waste time. He said he's gonna make me wait. This is what you're gonna say at the end of your life.
Dredd said wait because he had something already. Yeah. The chick was gonna come kill him.
The chick was behind him. Was like,
wait.
Right. She shot him. Like, I just wanted her to shoot you or something. It made sense because.
But he wasn't saying wait because he was scared. He was saying wait because. He didn't do everything, but it was already the chick was gonna kill him. I remember that, but he said I already knew because I watched that movie so many times. I know the only part I really think was good is when the chick was reading his mind. The black dude, he was like, this man,
So here's my thought on that from. I feel like we're about to get in deep here. And I'm trying to figure out how to word this in a way that does not incriminate myself. So, let's just speak hypothetically, right?
Hypothetically, I'm always good at that.
So let's say in a real life and death situation, you had to take someone's life. How much discussion would actually take place?
Very little.
And exactly. Because if you've gotten to that point where that decision has been made, then there's no more discussion to be had.
I agree.
So, and really the conclusion of that idea has happened well before any discussion could take place, because there's, certain things that have led to that. So that's, it's kind of like the James Bond movies. As much as I enjoy them, like as a kind of fun movie, there's always these scenes where whoever the bad guy is takes this really long time having a conversation with James Bond, and
that's irrelevant for no reason.
And then afterwards, like, he tells him his diabolic plan and all the things he's going to do, and he's like, "Well, you're about to die, so it's fine." And then James Bond, of course, gets out, and then everything's fine. Well, in reality, it doesn't really work that way. So that's why I always have a problem with those kinds of scenes in movies. Like even in the Dread scene, now that Brian's reminded me, and even though it's more realistic than most, it's still not how it would probably go down. Because
I do agree with that.
But I think, okay, so for me, it'd be like this, like the super gangster, like Dredd is the off the hook character, right? So he kind of somewhat looked up to him in a weird way, maybe in my eye. And then that's why he's like, "What? You about to die? And the thing you say is wait." You know, so for me, I think that one officer kind of looked up to him a little bit. That's the only reason why I understand that.
It makes sense. It does. So the Dread is like wait, like you a coward.
Yeah, exactly.
You think the dude is hard, you gonna tell me to stop? Hold on. You gonna beg for your life? You Dread?
He probably thought he would say, "Just do it, get it over with," or something like that, or something. Go ahead.
So my from my personal experience, I would say the two most accurate depictions that I'm aware of, anyway. There might be more, but in film is, for one, American Gangster, when Denzel Washington walks out of, he's having breakfast with a friend, he walks out of that area, walks up to the guy starts talking crap to him, and he shoots him in the head. That scene, and then also in Goodfellas, in the bar scene where they basically just beat the crap out of the guy that was talking crap to Joe Pesci's character. I think those two scenes emulate best what happens in reality.
Take your word for it. I don't want to know, but okay.
Right to the point, right?
Well, I mean, because that's how things actually develop. There's not this long dialogue, because that's not how. Because I mean, and here's what I mean. Because if you were in the right mind state to have dialogue, then you wouldn't be committing murder in the first place.
You're right.
I agree.
So
you don't want to be emotional. You just want to get to the point and get it done.
Agree.
Yeah, I mean, but also it's like, so like rage takes over. It's not sensibleness. It's not reason that you're dealing with it at that point. You're so angry that you're dealing with this way in a very physical manner. So and it's done. We're not going to have a 10-minute discussion about it.
I agree. I hear you. I totally get you.
So I think personally, like in modern film, I think that those two scenes depict what I mean. I think honestly, Goodfellas portrays what that life is like. Probably, I mean, overall, better than most movies ever have.
I hear you.
I agree.
Brian said one recently in the chat, where the artist Matrix says that Watchmen had a good take on the diabolical plan reveal.
We talking about the movie, right?
Yeah.
The movie, The Watchmen, because I love the book and the movie, and I did like the HBO
second series.
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I'm starting to get tired, bro. I'm trying to get sleepy. I'm going to end this, bro.
Hey, no problem, man. We have went way longer than we talked about going, so I'm very happy with what we did. I know we've kind of, I mean, originally we talked about doing like 30 minutes, and we're now at 3 hours and 45 minutes. So.
Yeah.
Well, Charles, I just want to say thank you for hosting this tonight. I had a great time. I cannot wait till next week when we can do it again. And next week I will be much better set up, so we don't.
It's gonna work. We already see how it's gonna work. It's gonna be smooth. It's gonna be smooth. If people were talking like I'm tired, I would keep going. If people talking in the chat, ain't nobody really saying nothing other than my brother RX, and I am tired. So,
but we're setting it up for. We're gonna put it out there that we're gonna
next week.
Stream
next week.
Yeah.
Be cool, bro.
And I will as well. I'll put it all over my social media as well. And so hopefully we'll have a good group next week, and we'll keep it the topic safer.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 'cause we went off the rails, but it was awesome.
It was so cool. I listen to it.
Yeah.
All right, man. I'm about to go ahead and just end this. Always a
All right,
pleasure,
man.
man.
All right,
Charles.
Talk to you later.
Charles Brown, you have a good night. It was
All
nice
right,
chatting
you
with
too,
you,
man.
Charles. All right.
All right. Get it out.